Well, well, well. The big trade has happened. We had no idea it was going to happen. It came out of nowhere. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. So here we are, and we have a defensive edge, a very good one. I thought we already had good edges, and I didn't even care about Clowney. But this guy's a lot better. He is, because he stops the run too, so he can play all downs. We'll talk about it. Does it does it move the needle? Is it going to win us the Super Bowl? We'll find out right after this.
We are live. We got Harry W. We got Richie from Jets Media, Matt O'Leary, Iowa Jets fan, who in the house. We got Dom C in the house. We got Steve, live, CEO of the Jet Lounge. So I knew I'd get rich on my channel. See what's going on. Yeah, there we go. Woo.
Jets by $1 million today.
Yeah.
And that was a while ago. Another world. We lost the game, but go figure. I haven't seen. I've barely seen the Jets score a touchdown, yet alone win a game. But that's another story. Here we are. Alan Dodes, you are the first one in the chat. You're the first one here. You like Reddick to the quarterback. Yeah, Reddick gets to the quarterback. That's the idea. I'm excited about it. I think it's a great move. Um, I think, yeah. And you know what? Everybody thinks, oh, the defense is good. The defense is fine. Why not be better? We weren't, as we all know, the 1985 Bears, were we? So you could always aim higher. This guy is a good, a better run stopping edge. He could play just like JJ, just like JFM. All three of those guys can play all three, downs, run downs, and all that stuff. I think Will McDonald's going to develop that too as well. But for right now, he's going to be a pass rush specialist. He's probably on most plays going to line up opposite of McDonald, sometimes JJ, and then we're going to see JJ in the early round, the early downs. JJ will probably get the most, I think, reps out of any of our defensive edges. JFM will be the solid guy on early rundowns with a little bit of spell from and a little bit of break from Clemens. Who'll rotate in a little bit over there, and then on the pass rush side, you'll have JFM rotate in a little bit for either McDonald or this new guy Reddick. So no matter what happens, we're going to have a lot of talent on the field, high level of talent, great rotation, a rotation of talent keeps them fresh. It's just what we need. It's just what our defense is built on. I think Reddick could do even better than he did in Philly because we have better cornerbacks. So he's going to get the benefit of cornerback based sacks. We just the one thing that has to happen if we want to see the sack number go up, if we want to, get into the juicy place where we're hunting the quarterback, is we have to score points so we can get leads. So now it's time to shift, and turn our head to the offense. It's time for the offense. Fair to say Reddick trade also confirms that the McDonald pick was wrong pick last year. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't think it says anything about how they play. I think it just says a lot about how important defensive line is. I think that this guy came in to replace Huff, and that McDonald is going to replace JJ on a lot of those downs because JJ is going to be playing a lot more on the early downs. And I think that it's way too soon to talk about McDonald. Now, you could argue that the McDonald pick was wrong because it didn't help us last year. Do you think it would have mattered? Do you think any pick would have mattered last year once Aaron Rodgers went down and we were stuck with Zach Wilson? And then if you want to argue this year, I guess you can. But if McDonald ends up being a superstar, nobody's going to stand with you on this platform anymore. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. If he becomes a star, it doesn't matter. Just like Quinnen Williams. We hated the Quinnen Williams pick. It was a dumb pick for the time. A defensive tackle for like the third out of 4 years. It was a horrendous pick. But nobody cares now. Nobody wants to go back and erase Quinnen from existing. right? So I'll say it all depends if he hits. Because more than position, more than picking the right position, more than need, the most important thing that measures a draft and measures draft picks is whether they hit or not. If the McDonald pick hits, nobody's going to go back and complain. You will all be thrilled. If he starts getting sacks, what if he lit it up and got 12 sacks this year and would look like our future sack king? You guys will be going nuts. Sorry. Remember, your defense could be so good that your offense could be below average and you could still win. You know, the 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. I mean, there are a lot of teams that weren't exactly amazing offensively. So our defense has a lot of room to improve. We're going to see, though. You might be right, Vin. You might be right. It might have been a big mistake. I just don't believe that you can say a pick is a mistake until we see the career of the player. I mean, if we win a Super Bowl this year and he has a big sack in the Super Bowl and has 10 sacks this year, was it a mistake? You know what I mean? So it's just too soon. Love that face. Thanks. It's becoming fatter and fatter. I can't stop eating. I swear, everybody, I'm trying. I'm so proud of JD. Look, he really is having a great year right now, JD. He's having a great offseason. I thought he had a great offseason 2 seasons ago. I thought Aaron Rodgers and that whole pursuit kind of slowed and impacted the offseason last year. So, but overall, I'm happy with where we're going. And look, winning cures everything. If we win, nobody hates JD anymore. If we come out next year and somehow, I don't care if it's injuries, however it works out, if we walk out of this season with 7, 8, 9 wins, no playoffs, they're gone. The regime starts over. If we make the playoffs, win a playoff game, we go on from there, and they're off the hot seat, and we're not thinking about that anymore. I mean, that's just the way it is. That's the way football is. That's the way sports is. We all know that. I think we will draft Jay Nane at 72. I don't know about Jay Nane. It's rare that somebody names a prospect in the top 100 that I don't know, and that's not bragging. It's just because I'm incredibly, I guess, nerdy and geeky, and like it's hard to find a player I don't know the name of in the top 100 is all I'm saying. So you got me there, man. I don't know him. I'm gonna have to look him up and figure it out. Tyrannical teabaggers. What does that even mean? Tyrannical teabaggers? I don't know what that means, Cook. I don't know what you're talking about. It doesn't prove anything at all. They want to. Well, what are you trying to say? Have multiple legit. Oh, you're reacting to Vin. Yeah, I just think that this doesn't have anything to do with McDonald's. I was concerned, so I'm not saying it was the easiest thing and I knew it right away. I'm not trying to act like a big shot. I confirmed it. I said to my guys, I went into the text with Green Bean and Ryan and Matt and Tigo and Dom C. We have a thread where we communicate with each other, and I asked them. I said, "Is anybody else here worried about McDonald's?" And it was a resounding no. It was a resounding no. This wasn't what this was about. It's a critical part of our game to pass. Our defense. Our defense runs on pressuring the quarterback. We lost Huff. They wanted to make sure we had pass rush specialists. That's what we needed. We got a guy who can do both, which is nice. We got a lot of versatility. JJ could do both. Technically, JFM is an okay pass rusher. Like on other teams, he could be your full 1, 2, 3 down, but he's so much better at setting the edge. Like that's so much his specialty that it's great that he's in the perfect team. He's in the perfect scheme and situation. We lost Lawson and Huff. Yeah, but Lawson didn't really play. But I got you. I hear you. So Lawson wasn't really a loss. I mean, we know he wasn't a loss, but on the roster, he was a loss. Meaning we like to have a certain amount of depth at the defensive line. So, look, it doesn't matter. The point is we made our team better. And that's what we do. What's up, Harlan? I mean, that's the whole philosophy of the team. Make the team better, right? So, and that's what JD did. And he got a great deal. Team's looking very good, but we'll still get this monkey off our back. Injuries. That's key, man. I agree 100%. You'll never get an argument for me. Like, more important than the players, we need to be healthy. So we could just keep adding players, but at the end of the day, my brain always goes back to that. My stomach always goes back to that. Got to be healthy. Got to be healthy. But that's out of control for the most part, right? I mean, I guess arguments can be made, but right, like that's kind of out of the control right now of JD, who's orchestrating and trying to build this football team. We could be very healthy and have a great year health wise, or we could have a horrible year. I don't know there's much he could do about it. All he could do is just keep bringing in the talent, just keep bringing in the players, pumping in the players, pumping in the players. And eventually, now he has a responsibility to, if I think it's too late. I think he's like tied to Salah, but I mean, it could be argued that could be his biggest mistake, as bad as the Zach pick was. He picked the wrong coach. That could be an argument people make. We're going to know. We're going to find out over the next 2 years, maybe even, hopefully not this year. Hopefully this year we're going to do really well. And then hopefully next year, by the year after that, we win a Super Bowl. But we are going to have our answer. We're going to know if Salah was wrong or right. I think the coach deserves 1 year with a real quarterback. Just 1 year. That's all I'm asking. And I have issues with him. You all know that. If you've been watching my videos, you know there are times where I've had serious issues with Robert Salah. I'm not sitting here the great Robert Salah truther defender. But I am also saying I could be reasonable enough to keep, be accepting of he's never had a competent quarterback. So, I mean, maybe just he gets to have this year. He's here anyway. He's not being fired, right? So he's getting the year. So there's no point debating or fighting about it. We're all going to know and find out if Robert Salah was a horrible mistake or not. We're all going to know. That's the thing. It's like it's one of those things that's going to be resolved because he's not being fired. But we do have to get that monkey off our back. Chaos, you look like a GQ model. You got my votes. I don't know what you're talking about. It's so ugly, but that's okay. It's okay. So as long as I'm not so ugly that people aren't able to look at the screen when I talk, right? Don't worry, Jeremy. I have a hard time not eating too. Yeah, man, but I'm really bad, man. I've gained more weight the last 12 months than I probably ever gained in my life. So I've got to do something about it. And we're not just bringing in Rogers' buddies this year. Yeah, that had to stop, right? But don't speak too soon. There's still a guy named Dave Bakhtiari out there. So, we don't know that we're safe from Green Bay Packers yet. Wild Wave, what's going on, my brother? Good to see you. Good to see you here. Everybody was just like waiting almost. It was like, this is crazy. How many people are jumping on? It was like, this guy is off. We need to talk more about this. I know it's going to always go back to pick 10 and what we should do. O-line, wide receiver, safety in the draft now. Yeah, those are all needs for sure. At the very least, we need a backup safety. Even if they love our starting safeties, even if they're very happy with Adams and Clark just came off an ACL, and you need backups anyway. I mean, I don't even know who they are. Who are our backups? Do we even have safeties on the roster other than those two? Maybe some guys they never heard of. So, yeah, we need some safeties. I really hope it works out. I'd love to have Ashton Davis back. Not that we need him. I'm not sitting there saying it's life and death we get Ashton Davis back, but I felt he was getting better every year. I like the way he forces turnovers. I think he has a good nose for the ball. So I hope we get him back. And if not, we're going to have to draft someone and we're going to have to sign someone. We can't bring in like off the garbage pile guys like Redwine again, like we did a few years ago. Like you can't have that. We need a competent safety, a third safety that's competent, because injuries happen. Oh, J9. You're funny. You are funny. That was why I didn't know what you were talking about. What happens to my face? It's so smooth. I know. I did a shave, man. I was scratching and itching, and I just said, "Motherfucker!" And I took a razor. I was shaving everywhere and everything. I'm not going to show in the back of my head, have some patches that I missed because I didn't have my wife take a look. So who knows? Oh, I'm going to have to skip some stuff. We got Afram going on down here. He's my Canarsie buddy, living there in Georgetown on Ralph Avenue. Did they close the Arch Diner? That'd be crazy if the Arch Diner's closed. I mean, that was like an institution in Canarsie. But I know Originals Pizza's there, and I know Mill Basin Deli's still alive. If Woody would not stop meddling for 10 minutes, we'd have a chance. Go Canarsie. Oh, he said go Canarsie. That's great. Yeah, man, I hope Woody stays out. I just hope it's bullshit media, you know? So that would be cool. John Hepburn is here. I see you over there, John. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for being here. No, I'm scared. This free agency success is just in. Oh, got dream. No. I can't. I'm not going to even try to say that word. It's not a dream. It's real. It's real. It's real. It's really happening. We really are having this offseason. Let's take a pick from. Yeah, it's hard, man. I mean, let's just talk about the needs in the draft, just like we just did. That was nice, just to talk about needs that we have in the draft without having to talk about 10, especially because it's not the only pick in the draft, right? One of my lacrosse has a nickname. He's called Egg. As long as they call me Egg because I have an egghead, I'm not offended. But I can't be an egg the way Grant Root is an egg. You know, that guy, he's on Twitter. You might see him around. He got kicked off of most of the YouTube channels. He was the egg, not because he has an egghead. He was the egg because he's a fragile little girl. And if you disagree with him, it hurt his feelings, and he got so mad. John Hepburn, what's going on? Be aggressive, move up, get one of the two receivers. I mean, it's not something I like thinking about, like giving up drafts. I'm a little like Green Bean in that way. I love picks. You know, I grew up Channel 11 in New York City as a little kid in the late 70s, early 80s. Picks. If anybody gets the reference, but if we did it and landed Neighbors, or we landed all, it would have to be. I don't even know if it would be happy if it was Neighbors to trade up and give up too much. I think if it was Alt, or if it was Marvin Harrison, I think obviously I could sit there and hate that we gave up the picks, but there's no way if you told me that Harrison's on our team and now he and Garrett Wilson are 1 and 2 and Mike Williams is number 3, there's like no way that I'm not happy, right? It's not like I'm going to sit there and say, we shouldn't have done it. We lost all these picks. Like, there's no way that's going to be my reaction. I mean, it's like, that's insanity. Of course I'm going to be excited because, like, so no one could be against. There's no way I can imagine anybody against Marvin Harrison ending up a Jet. Because even with the lack of depth at offensive line, even though that might still be a problem, you still got to be really, really excited. I mean, that would be ridiculous. Can you imagine? Because I think everybody agrees that Marvin Harrison is like a very special talent. Like, he's going to come into the league and be an elite receiver, like from day one. Like, he's going to be a weapon right off the bat, more than maybe as much as any wide receiver we've seen in a long time. So if we trade up and get Marvin Harrison, you're not going to see me crying about the lost picks. I'm going to be like everybody else. I think we're going to be jumping around and we're going to be pretty freaking excited about it. Let's read this. This is a nice big post. Jeremy, Colleen Wolf's people saw Woody, but Salah get fired because they just found out H. Riddick trade was going to go through and thought it was a fight. Talk about reading the room wrong. She almost broke this, but got it wrong. Probably still is a negative difference. That is hysterical. I didn't even put that together. If that discussion or whatever happened was excitement over making this trade happen, that's like the funniest thing I ever heard. But look, I put out a tweet about it. My reaction was very simple. And when I read it, that they supposedly had a fight, I waited 2 hours. And after 2 hours, I said, okay, it's fake. Because in 2 hours, if there was not a video posted of that fight, you knew it was fake. Because how could you have a reception, even if it was regular people? In what world in 2024 can you have a reception of people, 2 people get in a fight, and that thing is not caught on a video? Now let's think about it from a different way. 2 people have a fight at a reception, and the room is filled with reporters. You don't think there's going to be a video of that fight? You don't think there wasn't a minute of that reception where some reporters weren't constantly filming because they were interviewing someone at that moment or trying to get a reaction out of somebody? I mean, I was at the Senior Bowl at a reception area where I got to, we got to meet the players and mingle with all the players. My phone was never not out. I was recording 80% of the time I was in there, and so was everyone else. So I knew it was fake. And then when Woody came out and said it was fake, that was great. And then, of course, we finally get the apology and all that stuff. So now we have, now we know 100% it was fake. But if it really was them celebrating the news of the trade for Reddick, I think that's just awesome. I think that's like the most ironic, coolest thing I've heard. That would be the best story of the offseason. So Middle School boys have a great draft. Yeah, man. I hope we have a good draft. I think I think no matter what, the perspective is going to be that we're better. Now, picks could bust. We're not going to know until the future. But I think I definitely stand in a place where I say no matter what happens in that draft, unless we take defense, we're going to be a better team, right? Now, there are things that would be very, very concerning. If we took defense, I think there would be riots, right? And I think that it doesn't mean that if we took a defensive player, I just can't imagine. I can't even talk about it because it's just so out of this world. If we take any kind of offensive lineman, I'm not going to be upset. We're a better team because of it. We're deeper and we're better. If we take a wide receiver, one of those, few guys, if we trade down and take Brian Thomas, whatever it is, I'm happy. We're better. We're a better team. If we take Brock Bowers, I do have the most concern. I don't know if he's the right fit for our team, but he's special enough that I would believe we're a better team. Like, I'd be excited about his ceiling. I'd be very worried about, man, he's the riskiest player to me. He's the riskiest. High ceiling, but incredibly risky. Because if they can't find a way to utilize him and get him the ball, he can't block like in line. So that's very concerning. But man, if they got Bowers and he hit his ceiling and he did what he does in college, if that translates to the NFL, oh my God, we're going to be ridiculous. He's a home run hitter. So either way, no matter how it happens, the point is what I'm saying is we're going to be a better team. I like the combination of trading down to 17, 18 and ending up getting, with that pick, a tackle, and then getting that second round pick. Maybe we package it and move up a little bit and secure one of those early second round wide receivers. To me, that's the dream. If we did that, if we secured Roman Wilson in the second round, Ladd McConkey, Adonai Mitchell, oh my God, that would be a dream. Any of those kind of players, and got like a Fontenot or a J.C. Latham, or Fuaga in the first. Like, if we pulled that off, that would blow my mind. That would absolutely blow my mind. I'd be pretty stoked about that. Be pretty excited. Should I be putting a link in? We got all these people in here. Should I be putting a link in for somebody to come in and talk? I'm going to do it just because somebody might want to join. If I get some people, I'll let you stay long. But if I cut you off, it's because other people are waiting. So let me put that in there. It's going to be hard to pin it because I don't have my phone with me to pin it. So let me see if I can pin it this way. Guys, tell me if it's pinned. I'm gonna light it up with a star. Maybe that'll do it. So if somebody wants to come in and talk, no problem. If you're watching on Twitter, the way to come in and talk is you have to come onto YouTube. So I think, unless you could see the link that I put in the chat. So if you come to YouTube, Jets Chaos, you can do that. Oh, I got a super chat and I didn't even see it. What's that? Oh no, I didn't. I just started. Yeah, guys, hit the like button. I appreciate that. So look, I put the link in. I'll keep putting it in. If anybody wants to join, just hit that link. Come on in, and we'll hang out. And I appreciate people saying hit the like button. That's great. So my reaction. Obviously, I'm very happy. We're a better team today than we were yesterday. I don't think it moves the needle as much as the combination of the three offensive linemen. All of that obviously combines, but individually, it's as exciting as any move we've made one on one. It's as exciting as any move we've made, in my opinion. It's been a great day. It was unexpected. It wasn't like the biggest need or hole, like as far as I'm concerned, that I was feeling for the team, but it makes me have this confidence that if there was any worry that we weren't going to run back the defense, we lost Huff, we have issues with our safeties. If there was any worry that we weren't going to run back with the defense and have a great defense, I think that we alleviated that worry. I honestly feel now a lot more confident that we are going to. I feel a lot more confident that we're going to run back the defense and be a top defense. I think we're going to be better, and that's really exciting. You have a better offensive line if we stay healthy, better Breece Hall. Aaron Rodgers is a quarterback. I mean, this could be a completely new team. And it's not like we won 3 games last year. We won 7. So when you talk about such a big change, horrible quarterback to a real quarterback, no offensive line decimated, if we could stay somewhat healthy, to a real offensive line. And then all of a sudden we add one of the best edge guys in the NFL onto our already great defense. I just kind of see, I don't know, man. I just think we can make a big jump. Now I'm going to bring somebody who typically is not going to agree with that take as far as he tends to be negative. So he might bring things down a little bit. Maybe he'll surprise me. I don't know. First time calling into the show. I'm excited to talk to him. He's a tribal brother. Shalom Alan. How we doing, brother?
Hey, I'm good. I missed the last couple things you said, so I didn't know what I was going to disagree with.
No, I was just I was saying because I know sometimes I see people yelling at you for saying things they think is negative. So I didn't.
I like to be really sarcastic. That's all.
Okay. Are you excited enough about this offseason? Well, first of all, are you excited from the offseason?
Absolutely. I think that JD's on his game this year. I mean, last year, like you were saying before, and like a lot of people have kind of figured out, the Aaron Rodgers pursuit kind of threw a big wrench in everything else. And so, you just bring in Aaron and bring in all his buddies. And this year, we're not seeing any of that. I mean, everything pretty much that JD's doing this year has been, A-okay by me. I mean, Reddick, I was super excited when I saw that. I didn't think that was possible.
Yeah, I'd blown away. I didn't even think it was real.
And for a 2026 third-round pick, I mean, that's like a 5th-round pick this year.
I know. I think it's more about the money than anything.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Because they just signed Huff for 17, and now we're paying Reddick 14.5.
Right.
So I mean,
from our perspective, it's amazing. It's amazing. We got a better player for cheaper for a 3rd-round pick way out in the future. So.
Yeah, and everybody gets to see the two of us and think that we're brothers, and since that joke's been made before.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely has. It definitely has on Jake's show for sure. So realistically, how far do you think we can go? Like, what do you think of this team? Do you like? And let's give this the scenario where we stay relatively healthy. There's always going to be some injuries, but let's say we're not like last year, but we're a normal team and we have the normal amount of injuries.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're probably looking at, again, assuming health, which is hard to assume with this team, especially with the offensive line, turf and all. But assuming that health is relatively good, I would say a deep playoff run. I don't think at least, a divisional or an AFC championship game is out of reach at all.
That's what I want to hear. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't see how on paper that's not realistic. Like, I know that there have been years that we as Jet fans say it and people think we're crazy and dreaming, but I honestly, with all trying to be as unbiased as possible, pulling back and just looking at the team on paper and trying not to think of it as
speaking of the team on paper, the last thing that I put up in the chat before I called in was that we have in 2024 we're going to have 9 former 1st-round picks on our defense. 9.
Wow. Yeah, it's insane.
Because we went over it earlier in in I don't know. I've been in a bunch of streams today, but on one of the other streams, it was like Tigo was saying it before. It was
Yeah.
Quinnen and obviously Sauce and Javon Kinlaw and I mean, there's just at
Solomon
every level of
Thomas,
the defense. C.J. Mosley is a first rounder. So
McDonald.
yeah, McDonald exactly. So
It's just crazy.
yeah, and I mean, if this is a primarily offense based draft, I mean, I'm still very much a offensive line, slash trade back. That's kind of what I want in the first, and then if we can pick up a second, I mean, there are a couple of really high receivers that I like a lot, especially like slot type guys because now with Garrett and Mike Williams, you've got your outside pretty set, and you're gonna have packages where you can bring in Lazard as a big slot for Rodgers. Rodgers knows how to make him catch the ball. And
There is something to catchability,
right.
the way you throw a ball, and so
and I like a lot of these smaller but running back type build guys like you've got in your like Malachi Corley's who's 5'11" and 215 pounds.
yeah,
And these yak guys. There's a lot of good receivers this year. That's why I never understood the Bauer stuff. To me, it's all. I mean, like he could be a great player. I still think it's like kind of a wasted pick on an offense that's being run by our current offensive coordinator.
I think that's the biggest concern because he does seem like a player that's going to need to be schemed. Like
Yeah.
they're going to need to find ways to work, to get him the football. And players like that are always so risky.
Absolutely.
So
You put him on a Shanahan offense or give him to McVay, I'm sure he'd be a first year All Pro probably, but
right,
not with Hackett.
right, and he might go somewhere and be a big star, and we'll still wonder if he would have been able to do it if he was on the Jets. Like we would have
Right.
said, yeah, but would we have been able to utilize him like that?
Right. It's the can our offense put the right pegs in the right holes?
Right. Yeah. But no, I agree. I'm glad you said it. That's what I'm thinking. Deep play. And to me, when you say deep playoff run, that always means there's always the chance that we catch that magic.
Right. And that's, I
Yeah.
mean, for every Jets fan, I mean, most of us at this point were not around for the 68 run. And so we're hoping to see something, in our lifetimes.
Yeah, no, I know. It's like my whole life, and it's
I
like
mean, I'm
more than half
constantly
over.
still like most Jets fans. I'm constantly referring back to 2009, 2010, and 1998.
Yep, that's what we do. I go back sometimes to '83, the Mud Bowl.
Yeah, see,
But
I was 1 year old at that point, so I didn't see that one.
they broke my heart. But that was believe it or not, that felt the most real. Because '98, I kind of felt like, oh, it's Vinny, but it's Parcells that's just gonna will it for us.
Right.
And with the Rex years, I kind of never completely trusted Sanchez. I always felt like a little bit like an underdog. But in '83, I really thought, or it was really '82, I really thought we had the team.
The funny
I
thing to
really
me about
thought-
the Sanchez runs is that in the playoffs he was never the liability. He wasn't the problem. During the regular season he didn't do anything, but he showed up in the playoffs. Him and Sean Green
Yeah.
until he got hurt. I mean, we probably win
Yeah.
in 2010 if Sean Green doesn't get hurt.
Yeah. I mean, look, there's so many regrets about that, right? I mean, Green Bean says it the best way. That New England game was like a Super Bowl to us, and we just got drained of all. We just got so drained from it emotionally.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I still think it's so funny because it's not funny, but in last year, in week 1, when Rodgers went down, everybody is like crushed. We know the season's over. But that game was still like the most amazing game of the season for us. And for me, it was the most exciting game since 2015?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I think of that game, even though it was week 1 of the season, very much like those playoff games because that's how it felt.
Absolutely. Hey, man, we got people waiting, so I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, brother. Take care. That was our friend Alan. And now we go to Ricky from New York. And then we'll bring in a good friend of mine following Ricky. But let's bring in Ricky. What's going on? You say Ricky, New York. I thought you live in Florida.
I do live in Florida. I do. The name is Ricky, New York, but I do live in Florida.
Right.
You know, it's some like local Buccaneer fans started calling me that like years ago because I'd show up in all my Jets gear to watch the games on Sunday at the sports bar. And I just kind of took it and ran with it. I liked it. I was like, damn right. You know, I'm a Jets fan. So at any rate, you know what? After like Nick Wright and every other jackass that's desperate for clicks has tried to cash in on the Jets, after the Athletic story, after everything else, I just thought it would be poetic justice if Colleen Wolf's people misread the room and saw the Reddick news getting broken and saw him getting all fired up and thought it was a fight. I just totally made that up, but it sounds good,
Right.
doesn't it?
It sounds great. It sounds
this is that. Yeah, it just the timeline kind of lines up. So you know, I don't know. I just thought it up. I don't know what made me think of that either. But at any rate, dude, this is not the same old Jets, you know. And I think that people, you know, as good as we all know this team is, I think there's people that are still underestimating it. You know, you can say like, oh, if we had Bowers, Hackett wouldn't know how to use it. But dude, we all saw it last year on the film. Like we had receivers running open every single week that our crappy quarterbacks just couldn't get the ball to. So, you know, as many flaws as Hackett has, he can obviously scheme guys open because we had guys open. With a competent quarterback, that's going to look so much different. I don't think people realize what kind of ceiling this team has, man. Like I'm really fired up, and JD has kicked ass. He's done a great job, and man, he has just addressed every single need. Oh, you know, you can't find 2 starting tackles, you know, and a guard. Yeah, we did. We got the backup quarterback, you know, number 2 receiver. Did that, you know, how are you going to replace Huff's production? Well, we did that. I mean, dude, he's just checked every single box. Done an outstanding job. And, you know, I'm just really looking forward to the way this year's going to go.
I love what you said. And, you know,
one last thing.
Oh, go ahead.
One last thing, you know, I'm pissed that Huff left. I was a huge fan of his, but for the people that are writing him off, for the people that think that the Bryce Huff New York Jets story is over with, it's not. Wait till the last game we play this year when we face the Philadelphia Eagles at the end of the year, and it comes down to whether our Pro Bowl left tackle, Tyron Smith, can block Bryce Huff. Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be unbelievable. That would be such a great story. Dude, I love your background. I love your that's awesome, by the way. That background is freaking amazing. And I love that what you said, because I think we underestimate ourselves because of trauma, because of all the losing. So I love how you put that, and I agree with you. I think that we're underestimating our team. I think we have a really good shot. And that's what we just need. That's what we need. You know, like that's all we can ask for, is that we're going to get to go into the season excited. I think that we've come a long way since the end of last season. And I think things have gotten a lot better. I'm really happy about it.
Yeah, me too. I just can't wait. You know, we were so fired up last year, and we got robbed of seeing what this team could really be. You know, wait till we see how that defense looks when we're playing with a lead and teams can't run on us in the fourth quarter. Like, it's just going to look so completely different with good quarterback play, and I'm just fired up and can't wait for it.
Can't wait, man. All right. Thanks for coming on, Ricky. You take care of yourself.
You too, man.
Okay, that was Ricky. And now we'll move on to my good friend in Virginia, Johnny. Or should I say, here's Johnny. Oh, I picked the wrong guy. It's McAteer.
Yeah,
Sean. Whoa, he left. Why? You didn't have to leave. I didn't mean for you to leave, Johnny McAteer. Um,
I see what you did there, bro.
I see you, Austin. I'll be with you as soon as I can. Johnny, what's going on, brother?
Oh, happy as anything, man. Like, loved how, JD is swinging that thing. And when he comes to the table, he just puts it on there and is letting everybody know, hey, you know what time it is. Let's get this deal done. Dude, what a time, man. And
Yeah,
Ricky's my boy. And I like Ricky takes a lot and everything. But F Huff, I hope that when we do play them, if we do play them, I hope Breece Hall runs right through that dude's chest. Because, bro, like, ever since Huff said what he said and everything like that, I've been anti that dude, bro. So, like, F that dude. Like, it is what it is. I get it. Homegrown cat or whatever. We gave him an opportunity when nobody else wanted, dude. Right or wrong. And for him to come out and say, I ain't going to give the Jets no hometown discount. Bro, there's a way that you could have said it. You know what I mean? Like, you could have done it a little bit more discreetly than saying it out loud. And then you get your press conference and, like, I want to go into a good culture and blah, blah, blah. And all this. I mean, he sounds butthurt, right? That he didn't get enough playing time. That's what he sounded like to me and all that. So I'm hoping that, bro, what a time, man. I don't even care about the draft, to be honest with you. I just want to enjoy this huge signing that we have right now. I mean, the Jets are looking so nice with the players that we have right now. Anything else that we do is just icing on the cake, man. And I'm ready to eat, bro.
Ready to eat. Do you want to hang around and co-host a little with me?
Yeah, man. Always.
All right. You hang around. Let's bring in Sean McAteer. We got somebody else waiting too in the back, a new guest. So we're gonna get to you, buddy. Hopefully you could hear and everything. So I hate making people wait. I feel bad. But there's my guy with the beard. The only viewer we have right now, Sean McAteer, that I can honestly say his beard puts Green Bean's beard to shame. And that's my guy from Temecula. What's up, brother?
What's up, Jeremy? What's up, Johnny?
What's up, Sean?
Hey, what's up, Jets fam? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's good. I don't know. I agree with a lot of things that Ricky was saying. I agree with Johnny as well. Like, I loved Huff, but at the same time, you give us nothing, even though we kind of groomed you to who you are. And really, who knows how he's going to do outside our scheme? Like, you know what I mean? When you got to play a full game, how are you going to look compared to when you get to play that 30% at full steam?
Yeah.
But I also, I also agree with, if we can keep Aaron Rodgers upright, we really don't need a wide receiver. Like, I'd love to bring in a wide receiver for sure. Like, I'm one of those guys that's like, hey, if we can get Neighbors or a Dunze, it would be awesome. But I also agree with Hawk, man. We're like, let's bring in Fashanu. And then let's move up again with some later picks and some later draft stuff. Now that we know that that's possible with the Hassan Reddick thing, like, let's get some 3 years down the road picks, and let's go ahead and pick up another, a left tackle and a right tackle. So we have our future in our O-line. Our O-line will be facilitated or whatever you want to call it. They'll be ready for the next, 10 years. I like that idea too. So I could go either way. I'm not a Bowers fan though. I'll tell you that much. I don't think that Aaron Rodgers utilizes his tight ends enough. And even when he had tight ends, like if he had a number one, like a Garrett, he would overthrow to Garrett before he'd go to his tight end. Even if he was double covered, it was like, well, I'm still going to my guy. You know what I mean? So let's just give him more guys rather than a tight end that he doesn't use. I think Bowers in the right situation will be great. I don't think that's our situation. I think he's a great tight end. Don't get me wrong. I'm right there with the people who think he's great, but I don't think he's for us.
Hey, Sean,
that's just my opinion.
But Sean, if he's there, right, like later on, let's just say we go back and all that, and he's still there, would you not want to take him at that?
But what did we have? What did we get already? What did we get already before we got Bowers? Like, I'm okay with Bowers for sure, but there's a lot of situations.
We went ahead and traded back, right, and we picked up another second to go ahead
Okay.
and we're picking at pick, I don't know, 21, 22. Let's just say at that point, right? And Bowers is still there, which I don't think he makes it past San Diego. That's just my take on that, right? But
I like that. I like that. I think that's definitely agreeable. But for us, even at 20 something, like, well, then hopefully Latham or something's there. Like, I'd rather get another O lineman at that point, and then hopefully in the third we could pick up a wide receiver. And I like maybe in the fourth getting a running back.
So Sean is clearly offensive line, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with anybody else's opinion either,
Right.
for sure. Like,
Right.
I think either way, I'm
love
going to be happy. I'm a Jets fan, man. Once everything goes through, we get mad, and then we're like, you know what? Yeah, that works.
I love that you said that, because this really is like, sometimes we're allowed to have a situation where there's more than one right answer. Right.
Oh,
like
for
offensive
sure.
line, trading back, offensive line. Oh, if they go wide receiver, there's more than one right answer, because we have multiple needs, and any of those picks make sense.
And at the end of the day, we're all going to be happy because we still got an elite team, one way or the other, coming into the year. So,
Most excited, I can't believe I'm more excited than last year, but I am.
I'm excited
unless we get Edge.
JD's gonna do for us, dude. Like, JD could get me a kicker right now. Not saying that, but bro, I trust him that much, is what I'm trying to say. That dude knows what he's doing, and I think it's time for Jet Nation to give this guy his flowers and stop with all this, get rid of him, and he doesn't need to be here and all that. And dude, Chaos is right, bro. Your beard game is strong. Do you get it braided, bro? Because you can't get that bad boy braided and look like, one of them dudes that have an axe and come to battle and some Viking Thor stuff and everything, bro. So
I haven't yet. I tried when it was small and it looked pathetic. So I was like, nah, I ain't doing that no more. But eventually I plan on doing it again. Yeah. I want to look like that UFC ref. You ever seen that guy with the big long ass? One day.
Sean, thanks for calling in, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Hey, I appreciate you guys too.
Hey, man,
Jet Nation for life.
You're the man, man. You've been here forever. You've been one of the biggest supporters of this channel. So I appreciate you, man.
You guys have a great night, and I'll still be in the chat. Have a good one.
Okay, take care, bro. And now we move on to, this is first time caller, I think, for my channel. So let's introduce Austin. What's going on, man? Sorry about the wait.
Oh, you're good, man. What's up, Just Chaos? What's up, Johnny?
What's going on, Austin? Love the hat, bro.
Thanks, man.
Real quick, I'm a hat guy, dude. So
yeah, push that down. Oh, that's nice,
bro. With the long J on there and everything.
Yeah, I like the old school look, the throwback look. Hopefully, the new unis do us justice. You know what I'm saying?
I hope so.
Never seen Chaos with that. I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and see what maybe you like us, maybe a 7 7/8 type of size, Mr. Chaos.
Yeah, how did you know?
If so, I have a whole bunch, but I'm about to send you one to get you dripping on some of the fit game with us, man.
I just wanted to say about this Hassan Reddick thing, man. I already talked on Boy Greens a little bit about this. I just feel like the Huff thing, man. I like the move because better than having Huff, because I don't think we need to pay Huff. I think he's making $17 million a year, something like that. I think for someone that's not necessarily proven he could do 3 down, he's not a full-time D end, I guess the best way to put it. I like the Hassan because he's proven he could do that. And Huff reminds me a lot of Jamal Adams. When we had Jamal, and it worked out really well for Jamal here, and then he went to Seattle, and it tanked. It didn't work. It did not work, and I don't know if it's a product of the system that Jamal was in, but I feel like, again, I wish Bryce Huff the best, but I think it's going to be a similar situation.
Yeah, I mean, look, it very well can be. It could be that it's very possible that he we saw his ceiling, and that he's going to be, that's what he is. And he's going to be a guy who can get you 10 to 11 to 12 sacks or whatever, but not be able to stop the run, just be limited to being a specialist, does it for a few years and then fades away, or he can get better. I mean, there's no way to know for sure, because even though he's young, he's been in the league now. That was, that was 4 years. I mean, sometimes that, that we may have seen his best last year, and it may have been partly the system. It may have been the players he's playing with. Look at the other guys that were on the line. So, so he never had to deal with double teaming or anything like that. He might go Philly. He might start playing teams and they start, double teaming him.
I don't think Salah would have let JD let him go unless he knew he could have done more with him either. I feel like Salah knows defense enough where he knows what he could do with a guy, and maybe he just felt like that was the cap, and he didn't fight for him.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with you, bro. I believe in Salah. I think, if anything, with defensive players, I put my full trust in that dude to be able to go ahead and give us an A-plus product on the field. I mean, he showed it time and time after time. I mean, dude, you're right. It's an exciting time to be a Jet fan right now, man. I mean,
absolutely.
Chaos out here, telling Olbrich he loves them. And look how much that love has reciprocated right back to us Jet fans, right? I blame him. He's the reason why we're getting all these really good picks right now that are coming trades and that. So appreciate you, Chaos. This is because of you.
Stop it. You're crazy.
I think Jeff is one good year away from getting a started head coaching gig. I think he deserves it.
Oh yeah. I'm going to be sad when we lose him. We all know how much I love Jeff Ulbrich. That's been made pretty famous. So yeah, it's going to be a tough loss when he goes. But I think as long as we deliver this year, I mean, if we're going to come out and we're going to be, I think we could very easily have no problem believing that we could be by every measurement a top 3 defense, this upcoming season. And if we win and go deep in the playoffs and we're a top 3 defense, he's gone.
Yeah.
Kiss him goodbye. He's gone.
Unfortunately, you're probably right.
I mean, I think if we would have had a lot more wins and gone into the playoffs this year, I think he would have been gone. Because I think, owners want, coaches that have a winning record, So I don't want to see him gone. I'll be 100% honest with you, as selfish as that sounds. Have that dude stay here with us for 4 or 5 championships if, God willing, right, on a Good Friday that happens for us. But
yeah. And Knobcraft makes a great point. I was thinking about that before. We might get a lot more than we think out of Reddick.
Yeah,
because of what he's walking into. I mean, remember, he's going to be lining up opposite of McDonald and JJ, right? Hopefully, a lot more McDonald if he works out.
And you can move him to outside linebacker as well.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing, because that was his original position.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other player that we went ahead and we picked up this offseason as well? He's a Samoan guy.
Kid out of Arizona.
Tato or Tudo or the
Tafu.
Yeah, him with Quinnen. Bro, dude, I'm gonna have a lead this year. Man, these guys, there should be no reason why we shouldn't be number 1 this year, dude.
I think Quinnen's going to go crazy this year. I think Quinnen's going to go back into double-digit sacks this year because of adding Hassan, and then you have whatever Will does. I hope Will's better than he was last year. He didn't get a lot of playing time, so I'll give him that. But I did not like the pick last year with Will. I thought I get why they did it because I think Salah asked for it, but at the same time, I didn't like it at the time. I understood it, but at the same time, I didn't like it.
Well, JFL really truly feel like he's going to have a good year. Really, not many people are talking about him right now. He's kind of that forgotten Jet that we have there a year ago before this year really well for us. So I still like him. We just, need some penalties, right? Penalties that they throw on us.
What do you guys think of Fuaga in the number 10?
I love Fuaga. I really do. The only feeling of disappointment that I would have is I would have been like, damn, it's too bad we couldn't have traded down to 15, 16, gotten him and then added that second or third round pick. So there would be that, but at the end of the day, I'd be okay with it because I love Fuaga. I'm a huge fan of his. I
don't think we're getting a second round pick if we move down that far. If we move down to the 15, 18 range, I think we get the third. And then if you could package the 2/3 and get a second, if you move down to like the 20s, yeah, you could get the second. But I don't agree with moving down a couple of picks and getting a second. I don't think that's possible.
Never underestimate JD.
I understand. I get that. I get it. I just don't think it's possible. I'm been a fan for too long. I'm too cynical. I think that's the problem. That's the problem.
You're probably right, but it also depends on who slips, who's available, and how scared that team is. Like that team, team. If McCarthy somehow slipped or Jaden Daniels somehow slipped, you might have a team try to get in front of Denver, and they're willing to do a lot to make it happen.
It would depend who it is. And outside of Minnesota, who's 11, I think Broncos are 12, and then Raiders are 13. Outside of them, I don't really see a quarterback needy team, which would be the issue.
Guys, I have a crying dog that might have to go out, so I'm gonna let you guys talk, and I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah,
dude, I love players that are offensive linemen that have had double sports, especially players that have like done wrestling or played
Fuaga.
And like,
right?
I mean, exactly.
And you could move back and get the Futanu from Washington. If you move back, you get a second. Like that's where I see the second. You can move back to about the 18 range, 19 range, possibly get the second. But I would see the third being more reasonable. And then you get Troy. But I like Brian Thomas. If you're going to move back, pick the receiver. Go ahead and get Brian Thomas.
True. I mean, look, man, I'm big on Ladd McConkey. Like, I feel
Ladd McConkey from Georgia.
Yeah, bro, he's a monster, dude.
He's nice,
bro. Like his route running and the way he could go ahead and just go into one of the pockets real quick in the zone scheme, right, and then just outrun everybody, and he's just that quick. God, he reminds me like Garrett. Like, you know how Garrett will do like a curl in, and then he just boom zooms it out.
He's like more of like a second round grade though, and I feel like the receiver room is so deep this year where you could go the kids out of Washington that aren't Rome with McMillan and Polk in the third, or maybe Ricky Pearsall from Florida if he drops that far, maybe Johnny Wilson from Florida State, and then you could get a receiver in the third, which in my opinion is why you should go line in the first.
Or just to piss off Boomtown, we just get Bowers. Yeah,
I would be cool with Bowers if you move back to like with one of those teams that name Broncos, Vikings, Raiders. If you move back, you pick something up, and then you could still get Bowers, and then you got 2/3. If you want to move to the second, you can. If you want to hang back in the third, take two players, you could do that too.
I love Bowers, man, but
he's nice.
I'm being honest with you, man. Like,
this dog is crazy.
And mess with people and stuff, dude. I'm all about the line, though, man. Like, get us a line, like line first. If we get a second, go line. Third, go line. Am I in love with Donkey, bro? Yes, I would love him. Neighbors, if it's possible, yes, dude. If Marvin Harrison Jr., we did some insane Special Olympics type of moves, man. Up to the freaking fourth or whatever, fifth. I mean, at that point, JD needs to have a statue in front of MetLife.
Judge, if you don't let me have the ball, I can't throw it. Come on.
Yes, we're gonna.
This dog is crazy.
Only if he gets a statue. Only if it works, though.
What kind of dog you got, Chaos?
I'm watching my friend's dog. I'm at my friend's house. Ow. He's on vacation. And my two puppies, they can't be together all the time because it's too crazy. So it's this golden retriever. He's like a year old, and he's just so much energy. He's
Nice.
crazy.
I love my French bulldogs.
Yeah. I love them all. I love my pits, all of them. But
Well, heck yeah, guys. I appreciate you. You guys take it easy, all right?
Austin, thanks for coming by, man. We appreciate you, man. Take care.
Yeah, peace.
All right, great call.
Look at
So,
this. Look at it. Look at us. I used
look
to
at us what?
go, and now I'm like kind of being cool today. You know,
I know. I got to keep you on more often. I mean, I think Nick might be looking for a new job on Wednesday night.
I mean, look, man, I got the long hair if you need it. You know, keep the tape on. If you know, let me know, man.
This is such a funny question because did you sleep on their bed yet? I'm actually, because we didn't get any sleep last night bringing this dog home. We try to get him to sleep with us like last night with the other two dogs.
Oh,
So I'm going to crash here on their couch. But it's so funny because the guy across the street who's good friends with them too said you should like lay all over their bed naked.
hey, and then
Like-
send them a picture, bro.
they would have that bed removed from the house, man, and burned. if I did that. So I was like, no, I can't do that. So
Hey, where's Dano at? Because Dano said he was gonna call in. I'm still waiting for him.
I don't know. But anybody, don't be shy. You're more than welcome to call in. Just don't like hit some button where some pornography plays. I've seen that happen. It's messed up.
Or don't do
But,
any
Yeah.
stuff that it's not nice.
Yeah. So what do you think of Kinlaw? A lot of people upset about it. We overpaid him. They're saying they don't like him. Is this a box score reaction, or is this actually people have watched the film, seen what this kid looks like, and just doesn't like him? Because it's surprising to me that Robert Saleh and JD would go after this guy and give him this nice contract if he couldn't play. Because don't you think Robert Saleh knows more than we do?
Exactly. And I mean, it's just people don't know who Kinlaw is, and I mean, that dude was a first round pick, right? So you know the talent's there. They wouldn't, if it wasn't, he would have never been a 49er within the first round, right?
And what are we paying him? $17 million for 2 years?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, again, like I said a little bit earlier, Saleh and Ulbrich, dude, I trust them when it comes to the defense. They know what they're talking about. Kinlaw will be on. I mean, I don't know if people have seen any video on this guy. First and foremost, he looks enormous. You remember when we had oh dude, I'm throwing a brain fart, man. He was a safety over here with us. And dude was just jacked, bro. Oh my, I can't think of his name. Landry. Remember when we had Landry? He would be walking around, and everybody was like, "Holy crap!" Like Kinlaw, bro, it's just monster.
Yeah, he's a big guy. I mean, I think he's going to help against the run for sure. And that might be all they want. I mean, they have so many guys who can rush the quarterback. They might just be looking for just a big guy who's going to stuff the blocks, get in between the tackles, and just create just clog the holes.
Yeah, man. Dude, I don't know, man. I'm so excited for the season. I'm so happy on what JD has done during free agency, man. And it just keeps on going. And he's not overpaying so much. That's the craziest thing to me. Like, I love these 1-year deals that are incentive based as well.
Yeah. That's awesome, very team friendly, and it also shows a lot of confidence that the player has a lot of confidence to do it. Obviously, if a player's willing to play on an incentive laden deal, I think they're brilliant. They're great deals. They're really, really helping us, and I think that's why we were able to add on as much talent as we've added on. I don't think we could have done it if or would be possible if it wasn't for the way we structured it. So
I think we're done.
Let's bring on our very good friend, Nick Shelton. What's going up? My partner in crime. I see somebody in the chat, somebody else waiting to get in. Good to see you, my friend. Somebody new that we've never had on the show. So we see you. We see you back there. But let me get Nick's.
Joe Douglas is off season. It's a bullseye, baby.
That is great. That is great. What's going on? Are you at your sister's house?
I'm at the kid's house.
Oh, you're at the kid's house. Okay.
Yeah, I came to the kid's house.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Nick, I'm trying to fill in for you, dude. Hopefully I'm doing a good job.
Okay, we got Nikki. We got Nick and Nikki. What's going on, kiddo?
What's up?
It's my nephew, everybody.
What's going on?
That's Johnny.
What's up?
That's Uncle Jeremy.
He's the one you're not allowed to be with on Thanksgiving dinner.
And never alone at night.
Yes.
He, unlike Dom, I'll never let him bring you to the bathroom.
So what's up, man?
I don't know if everybody knows the story of me taking Dom C's kid to the bathroom at the Jet game.
I think Dom C's kid took you to the bathroom because you couldn't find your fucking way around that place at all.
It's so true.
Jeremy's
It's
in the
so
bathroom
true.
like, why are all these guys sitting to pee? You're in the wrong lot. You're in the wrong bathroom. You're in the wrong food line. You're rooting for the wrong team.
Sometimes your legs hurt and you just got to sit down.
So, Nick, I think a lot of people would probably want to hear your reaction to Reddick. So while you get your thoughts together and you give us your reaction and go on, because I know I'm going to give you the mic, so to speak, for a while. But I do want to let everybody know in the chat, because we do have a lot of people in here. So I want to remind everyone that I have a channel called the Brooklyn Brothers Food Review. That's Brooklyn Brothers Food Review. Very proud of the work that me and my brothers are doing on that channel. So if you can go over on YouTube and support that channel as well, Brooklyn Brothers Food Review, I think you'll like it. It's me and my three brothers. We take turns. We're all over the country eating different food from different restaurants and reviewing them and giving them scores. A lot of people that have given it a chance have really liked it. So check it out. And I will now give it over to you, Nick, and we'll get ready to bring in, again, we have somebody waiting. So after you're done, we'll bring him in as well.
If you're bitching about this signing or trade, stop being a Jet fan. This guy has gotten double-digit sacks each of the last 4 years. We unleashed volcanic type of eruptions in our pants when Bryce Huff barely got to 10. This guy gets 10 minimum. And it's not in the last game, and it's not 7.5 sacks against backup tackles or a blown coverage. He's doing it week in and week out against very good teams and very good tackles. This is an upgrade. I don't care about the New York mentality of the fan of, but he's homegrown. I don't care. I want the best possible team. This move is an upgrade. This move makes JJ better. This move makes Will better. This move makes Quinnen better. Who are you going to double? Who are you going to double? You want to double Reddick? All right, we're going to put Quinnen and JJ on the other side together. Oh, you want to double Quinnen? All right, cool. We're going to blitz your brother out of nowhere like he did at the end of the Denver game to steal the game. Something that everyone forgets or don't think of, because you know me, as much as I love the game, I love the strategy and the design of the defense. I'll watch other teams' defenses to see what they do and to see where they're coming from and how they hide it, how they disguise it. Something that we lost 4 plays in, aside from the quarterback and our hopes and dreams and our masculinity, was the defense's ability to play with a lead. It was the defense's ability to have that 20-17 game where we're the ones sealing the deal and we're the ones shutting the other team down when they know they have to pass, instead of us being the ones. Our sack numbers are going to be so high next year. Our 3 and outs are going to be higher. Teams are going to have to be out of character and not go into their safe zone and their handoffs and their little RPOs, because we got to be aggressive to try to make a play. we can just be the New York Jets. We can be everything that Saleh and Ulbrich told us we were going to be. When you have a team that can get to the quarterback this deep, and I will say this might be the best pass rushing group we've ever had. That's how highly I think of Reddick. We are going to feast. You get us the lead. Take the ball on the kickoff. Go up 7-0. Get a stop. Get the ball back. Go up 14-0. And now watch this team play with a lead. I'm going to give you guys 2 games and 2 moments to quench your thirst. I don't drink anymore. We know that. But this is something that might quench your thirst on a Friday night. Go watch the end of the Broncos game last year. When the defense had to close the game out, we did. We uncharacteristically blitzed. Quincy was wide open. Sack, fumble, touchdown, game, set, Jets. Oh, that's not enough? That's only one game? Okay, I'll bring up another one. The Philadelphia game. Without our 3 of our top 4 guys in the secondary, we had to shut them down as they were trying to go down the field and win. And what happened? We had a play call that we normally don't use. We save it for late game situations and leads. And let's be real, Ulbricht's play sheet probably had dust on it because we didn't play with leads a lot late in the game. Tony Adams is able to jump a route, interception, game, set, Jets win. This is what this team is built for. If we don't have the offense going, keep us in it, don't lose the game, and allow the defense to win it late. This team got so much better. I will say this. I know I've been having this take. Now I believe defensive line might be off the board in round 1. But you know what?
Hey, we're gonna bring in it's Rog, the future USA, I think. So let's I don't know him, so let's bring him in and just all about what's going on, man.
Hey, Chaos.
How you doing?
Hey, what's
All
up, man?
right. Tell Nick that this is a Jenna Jameson caller. Anyway, he'll know who I am. What's
How
up,
are you?
fellas? Johnny, I see you all the time on every show. You're like me, but only 20 years younger.
Hey, would you believe me if I told you I was born in 74?
You're still a young guy. I was born in the 60s. This is Joe Klecko. Can you see him?
Get out of here. I have a dog named Klecko.
Do you? He's
Yes,
a Great
I do.
Dane, 150 pounds.
Woo. Hey, boy.
Wow.
And I also have Revis.
That's awesome. I'm not the only person.
I have Revis and Klecko, and a goatee down to my belly button. Anyway, that was a good move, Mighty Joe D did.
Yeah, you like that move, huh?
Oh my God, I feel like we got Brian Cox like 25 years ago. I have the same feeling.
A good
Yeah.
take.
Do you seriously have a child that is an Olympic hopeful, or is that?
Yeah, Chloe, the Olympic hopeful, right here. Come here. Gymnastics 3 nights a week. Band,
Sweetie?
flute. Can you see her?
Yeah, we see her. Hi.
She qualified for New York State competition.
Oh, I can't.
2 competitions ago. Now she's going for the world, right? What is it, world?
World, but I still have to go through
World. She's got to win New York State, which she's been breezing through, and then she goes for world competition. Olympic hopeful.
Well, she goes to the Olympics. You got to remember to get a ticket for Jets Chaos to come
Alright,
watch
I gotta
you.
take Klecko now.
Jets Chaos. You guys are the best. I was really sick for a while. For the last 5 months in the hospital, in and out. I stepped on a thumbtack with diabetes, and I watched all you guys' shows, and that's kept me going. 5 months in bed on the couch, IVs from diabetes. They saved my foot, and all your shows I've been watching. So
You got one up on me, man. They took my toe.
They took your toe.
They took my toe last summer. Yeah.
They wanted to take my toe, and I said no way. And I was on antibiotics for 5 months.
The IVs, the 2 that they altered.
Yeah, no, I had MRSA, MRSA virus.
Oh shit.
Oh my God.
Sucks.
Look,
What?
I am glad that you are okay.
Yeah, so I lived on watching all you guys showed, The Bean,
Wow.
Boy Green, and Knicks. calling Knicks late at night, just nobody else to talk to, just watching your shows.
That's amazing.
So
That's
these are
amazing.
Thanks for the support.
right. Nick
I'm
and
really glad if we were able to help you in that way. I'm really glad, man, and I'm
yeah,
glad
you stayed, make you stay positive. So that's what you guys did. You guys were inspirations. Could have just rolled over and died. Take the toe, take the foot, and I didn't. Stay positive.
Wow, talk about a guilt trip. Thanks, pal.
No, it sucks you lost a toe. My doctor said out of 40 years of doing, working with people with diabetes, it's the only time you ever seen somebody not lose the foot.
Oh, jeez. Well, I'm glad you're right. I like to hear
I had a
that
good
there's
support
positive-
group. You guys were the support group.
I'm glad to hear that there's positive stories that come
But
out of
anyway,
this.
now that I know how to call in, I'll be calling in all your shows now. Keep up the good work, fellas.
Absolutely.
Do you expect any more moves? Any more moves? Do we expect any more moves?
I think there'll be smaller moves, like as far as got like Conor McGovern type of moves.
We're running out of spaces though for these players.
I think we extend MC2 and I think we extend DJ Reed. I think those will be the moves, the last couple of moves, and maybe bring back.
What about trading 10 for like Devontae or T Higgins? Would you guys do that?
I don't think we're gonna see it.
The money.
Douglas is pulling off all miracles and stuff. Oh, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago, I bet the Super Bowl. I bet the coin toss. We won, and I bet the Chiefs. I had the Chiefs. I had a teaser with the over under, and I won everything. So we had like $150 left in the account. We put $100 on the Jets plus 3,000 to win the Super Bowl. Now it's now it's down after all these signings to 2,300 plus 2,300. $700 the lines to win the Super Bowl.
I got my bet in at 2,700.
27. We got it at 3,000 before they signed the wide receiver, the egg sandwich guy.
Ron, mute your TV.
I hear echoes.
There we go.
I don't know. I'm well new to this.
That's all right. That's all right. We're here to help.
I'm pushing 60, and I can barely see you guys on the cell phone. Anyway, you guys are doing a great job. I will be in touch now that I could call in. So,
hey,
Jenna Jameis is around.
We look forward to hearing from you, man. Take care.
Chaos, you're really good.
Thank
you. Johnny, it's like every time I change the channel, Johnny's on. And Nick only, I think Nick's a vampire. He only comes out at night.
Yeah. Johnny's
Right?
on YouTube more than he's on his wife.
Hey, that's not true. I got three more coming. So
that was a nice call, guys.
That was cool. I'm glad to hear
I had
that.
a nice obnoxious message from my brother saying we were the reason he was in the hospital for 5 months. But other than that sarcastic comment by my brother, that was very nice. And I believe that little girl is going to grow up to be an Olympian, and I am going to go see her in the Olympics.
No, even better, dude. Pride and Chaos sponsors her, and she wears us as she goes. We sponsor her.
I'm telling you, man. I have a feeling. I feel like the magic. I think that her appearance on this show is like gonna somehow lead to it really happening, and she's gonna be the one.
Yeah.
Hey, that guy, for real, man. Like, that was awesome what he was saying, man. So, especially on Good Friday. So I appreciate that, bro. Keep up the good work, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy when people tell us that, because it's like it starts out just, you start out a guy talking to a computer. That's how this started. It's just me talking to a computer.
That's how I met my wife.
Yeah. So, yes. But
just kidding. My wife watches the show. She's gonna be like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Come downstairs. I'm gonna be like, "Hey guys, my computer's going for some reason."
Yeah.
I did see a comment from Ricky. Do you mind if I update everybody? Do you mind if I take a
Oh
minute?
yeah. I think that everybody's probably wondering what the hell you're doing.
Yeah.
Not at the hotel. The
Yeah.
motel.
As you heard me say with Ron, it's good to hear a good story with the diabetes. My diabetes causes numbness in my feet, and I'm on a medication for neuropathy. My doctor wrote that, and they disqualified me because they won't allow you to drive a trailer if you have any sort of numbness or loss of sensation in your foot. So I have the CDL permit. I've made a couple calls. I took the bus home this morning. The doctor sent the paperwork in on Tuesday, and they called me in this morning and said that due to the medical, I've been dismissed. So take care of your health. If you're young, if you just think that you can eat, drink, do whatever you want, just take care of yourself. It's the best advice I can give. My son's right here. I tell him just take care of yourself because you can lose a toe, you can lose a job opportunity, you can lose a lot if you don't take care of your health. So whatever. I'm not going to get down on it. I'm not going to stress it out. I talked to Jeremy today as I was roaming around the streets of Washington, telling everybody how awful they are as liberals, which was fun. And the reactions were good. I was relentless. But off of that, I'm looking at it as when one door closes, it's not the door that God wants me to walk through.
Exactly.
So I'm not going to get down on it. I already reached out to the township. All the baseball and soccer games start the 16th or the 15th, I believe. So it's going to be my schedule will be loaded with doing that, and I'm trying to find maybe another opportunity with trucking, maybe something closer to home where I don't have to be out on the road. So, but whatever. It is what it is. I'll take care of it. I appreciate all your support, guys. I really do. You
Yeah,
guys
we're gonna figure out a new plan, Nick. We just need some time to process everything,
Yeah.
and there'll be a new plan in place of what you're gonna do next.
Yeah, it
You know.
sucks because I was doing really well at it too, and we were supposed to get in the
Hey,
truck.
Yeah.
hey, man, while the way you're doing with the YouTube and you're getting up there, bro. Hey, man, you never know, man. Next thing I know, I might be seeing you up here with Dirty Sanchez, having an interview with him up here, bro. So
Yeah.
I've tried to message him. He's got his messages shut off on Instagram. I've tried for Sanchez. I'm a huge Sanchez fan.
Same.
Mostly for the Eva Longoria thing, but still, the football created some good memories too.
Yeah, he got Eva Longoria.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Fisted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. My man.
He was eating hot dogs, and so was she.
Oh, you're bad. Brutal.
Nah, it's not a hot dog, it's a chorizo, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You offended him.
I'm sorry.
Why do you gotta be so
Sorry,
biased?
Johnny. Let me clean up my comments. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll figure it all out for you, Nick. It's all gonna be good and everything. No problem. That was just meant to be for something else. That's all. So
that's fine. Oh, DeAndre, thank you, man. That's good shit. Those comments. Put those up, Jay. Most of the chat roasts us, so when we do get a good comment, we have to highlight it. we got people like Huka who don't even say hi, Nick. It's just like, oh, this is totally awesome to be here. That's how he says hello, toe joke. So if we get a good comment, man, it's got to go up on the board.
I like when things are going well for the Jets because we're getting so much love. You know, when good things happen for the Jets, we get all this extra love. It's nice.
Yeah, no. I mean, I got people over here telling me that I look really good, and I know I do, but
there's obviously a language barrier from what they're saying and you're interpreting.
He looks so kitty. He looks so good. He's got a new baby every year.
Bro, so like I'll let you guys know, me and the wife were having this conversation about another one, right? And she was like, hey, after this, it's like, is it done or you want another one? Because I keep breaking her balls, and I'm always like, hey, we could try another one right after this one. But nah, man, it's I'm done, bro. I'm gonna go to the butcher and have it cut off, man, because I can't, man. I can't no more, dude. I just can't.
I know some people have done it.
So I could tell you one of my somebody that I know, I don't want to say his name because he watches the show, right? He told me, bro, he was out for like 2 weeks, straight peas on his stuff all day, every day because it hurt so bad. But then I hear people tell me that it's not so bad, that 2 days and they're good to go. When there's some people that stay awake and actually watch the process.
What?
Yeah, dude, like, yeah, I numb me, put me to sleep, let me wake up, and that's it. No, it's done. I'm shooting blanks, and I'm good to go.
Wow. But by the way, I also want to say, for those of you who have not yet subscribed to Proud New York Jets Fan, that is Nick's channel. I am often on that channel, like Nick is often on this channel. So we both have our channels, but we are, he hates when I say this, and I hate when he says it, but the reality is we're very close. We're like family. So we are tied together. So we have 2 channels between the 2 of us, but his channel's my channel and my channel's his channel, if you want to get real about it. So make sure you go over and check out that and subscribe.
I'm gonna start doing food reviews since we're family now, and I'm like the adopted German brother, and I will start doing food reviews of like Kraft macaroni and cheese with a pound of butter and Parmesan in it.
Hey, I could show you guys how to make 20 different things out of Spam. That helps out. Spam and rice.
I got some Spam knowledge based on my first marriage, to be honest. So my first wife was born and raised in Hawaii. So,
bro, I love some Spam, dude.
I have a lot of Spam knowledge from some of the questionable websites I visited years ago when the internet first came out.
But another thing I want to say that I haven't gotten to say, we've got all these people here. I want to make sure everybody knows about this stuff. Every Thursday at 3:00 p.m. Eastern, I am on a show called Reality Check with Matthew O'Leary, and we are on the Talkin' Jets channel. Talkin' Jets. Most of you probably know about it. It's where the big Tuesday night show is with the panel, Green Bean, Matthew O'Leary, and Ryan. And that channel, I have a show, and there's other channels too. Tigo has a show with Green Bean where they both play Armchair GM. And of course, the great Dom C is on with Ryan on Mondays, giving player evaluations and all that good stuff. I want to thank Kuka Lake Jets Fan for the super chat. We love you too, brother. And I appreciate you. And we have, guess who we have, guys? You're going to love this, Nick. Coming into the studio. You know what? Let's give him an introduction.
Oh,
I never
wait.
guessed an introduction.
Wait, wait. I want to guess. If someone's getting an introduction,
yeah,
it's either one of your brothers or Green Bean.
Okay, we'll find out if you're right.
Or could it be a guy that kind of looks like, I don't know.
Great guess, Johnny. You're awesome. Can't wait to play the Family Feud with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to introduce not the best looking man in the world. He's not the strongest looking man in the world. I could beat up that man. I forgot what movie that's from. He is the gingery, not so salty, badass man that can walk yourself into a motorcycle bar and stop you from getting beaten up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about. Oh no! Well, wait a second. I have to. That won't work if I do it. Well, maybe I could. Maybe I could carry that note a long time. Please welcome one of the greatest call-iners in the world, Dano.
Oh, that's fucking disappointing that it's just him.
Running Man,
Oh, look. I
I'm
thought
pretty
it
sure
was
he
like
just
I thought it was
Kevin
somebody
Malott.
fun to talk to. That was a letdown. That was like
Yeah,
going to a wedding. It's just ends horribly.
I think Johnny knew. Johnny knew.
What's up, buddy?
Dude, your Tar Heels, man.
You know what? Getting sent home today made me totally forget about the fucking game. Totally forgot about it. Thanks, Dane. You're a good dude, man.
Bringing it back home, man. You guys had way too much love on here before.
I know. What do we talk about next? Want to talk about when my dad died? What else do you want to bring up?
We
One
gotta
time
get
I got into a car accident and got rushed to the hospital. Let's talk about
that
too.
toe. About that toe again? No.
You
Dude,
actually look as red as my toe did when they took it off.
Dude, about the freaking Marquette just laid an egg for me too.
What?
Yeah, I got
UConn. No, I had NC State. My parlay is still alive. I had
Not bad, dude. That's a hell of a prediction.
I took NC State money line. It jacked it up so much. I have 3 bets hit. I have Houston laying 4.5, and I have the over in the Tennessee game. But I'm on the phone. I didn't take the laptop out of the bag, so I can't leave the app to look at the scores of anything. But it's early, right?
I don't know how you do that over-under bullshit, man. It's too unpredictable for me.
Hey, Chaos, since they're talking about, the whole parlays and stuff, what about you? How did you have, what you have for dinner tonight? What are you making? I'm thinking about having buffalo chicken dip on a sandwich.
Jeremy's parlays are his meals. He goes for like 10 team parlays, bro.
I have not thought about dinner because I got to figure out if I got to feed this dog, and then I gotta figure out if I'm gonna go home and have dinner with my wife, and then come back here because I'm gonna crash on the couch. We can't because I'm not leaving the dog alone, and we didn't get any sleep last night when we brought him to our house with the other two. They kept playing with each other, the dogs, all night. Like they wouldn't go to sleep. So I have to figure out my food situation, but I got to make sure my wife is all set up too. So
let me explain your food situation, Jerry. Let me help you. Okay, you're there for me a lot. Here's where I come in to help you. You don't take pay for helping and watching someone's dog. You raid their freezer, bro. You raid the pantry. You lay on the couch with cheese doodles all over yourself. Let the dog lick it off. Who cares? You tell them, listen, I have all the thanks in the world. Just spending time with the dog was good. And then you leave. And then they go into the kitchen and they open up the freezer. And there's like 1 egg left in the carton. That's it. The whole rest of the fridge is barren.
No, I have to take advantage of because like if she says no, I'm good, I'm not hungry, and and I'm like, okay, I'll just stay here and crash here. I got to take advantage of the fact that she can't see what I'm eating, so like I could go anywhere. I could go to McDonald's, I could go to Burger King and start eating those original chicken specialty sandwiches. I mean, the good stuff.
Scott have for dinner tonight? It's on the chat.
I already had a friend tell me to do that. I already had somebody across the street said you should just make yourself comfortable, walk around, sit on all that furniture, roll around in the nude.
Dude, that's what you do. You like do like the pose on the couch like this, like out in the open, and you put a bag of cheese doodles over your groin. You go to Walgreens, you print out the photo, you frame it, and then you put it in their bedroom, like by the TV. And then when they come home, they'll just see it. It'd be a great prank.
No, you got to hide it somewhere so they don't see it for like a week later, though. Then it's like, oh, I just sat on that.
I threw a squeezy toy.
Oh, I thought Dane farted.
That was stupid.
I'm trying to figure out why we have better resolution on food review channels than we do here.
because I can't afford to pay for the higher level of StreamYard that gives you better resolution.
Does it have to be linked to an account or
Right,
something?
and on all of my food review, my food reviews, my family, we have we're using our phone cameras, like real cameras.
Yeah, they look crystal clear.
Yeah. I use I have an iPhone like 14 or something, so it doesn't.
Whoa!
We got a good deal.
He's flexing on me.
He did.
No, I'm not. That was like
he's like you
my
and your
wife,
single-digit iPhone. I see.
Yeah,
my wife actually figured out a really cool setting that really works for us. She films me in the cinema mode. And it really it's a really cool effect that you can see on my videos.
Yeah, with your face, right? With your face in cinema mode, it's like a horror movie.
Hold on, I got a call I gotta take.
It blurs everything behind me, like everything. So I told her, I said, I think people would prefer it if you blurred me and made everything behind me crystal clear.
Hey, one of my favorite reviews on the channel was when you did the White Castle ones with the whole, because dude, like I miss home so bad. So I'll go to the freaking supermarket and go buy that White Castle, and I felt the same way like you did. Like, yeah, it's okay, but it's not.
Dude, when I was in New York, the apartment we were in New York, it was close enough to order White Castle on Uber Eats because, they got the guys on the electric bikes now, right? So we were close enough to order White Castle, but my wife is celiac. She can't eat gluten. And so that gave her this, because she can't eat it anyway. She's in this position to say, don't eat that crap. Don't eat that. But if she wasn't celiac and wasn't gluten-free, she would have been all over it too. So I had to sit there every night that we were thinking of dinner. All I'm thinking about is I can get White Castle delivered here. I can get White Castle delivered here. Like I was hoping maybe there'll be a night she goes out with her sister for dinner and I'll have the opportunity to order my White Castle. And the only time she did that was the night before our flight. And I am not eating White Castle hamburgers the day before our flight.
Oh, the best part about eating White Castle is like you burp like 2 or 3 days later and it's like another meal.
I know.
It comes. Oh my God! What was that? Like the onions come back out of nowhere, like they were in stealth mode, hiding in you.
Yeah. My brother had to pick me up from school, and they told him, like, he was like, "What's the matter?" And I said, "My stomach." And he goes, "What'd you eat?" And I said, "Well, I ate some of the leftover White Castle hamburgers for breakfast."
How is Matthew?
Then I went to gym.
How's Matthew? Matthew doing good? Because I know in our private conversations off air, you always tell me about how he's your mother's least favorite. So, I always want to make sure Matt is doing well. I haven't spoken to him on air in a while, because he's also your least favorite brother. Could you tell me that all the time? So,
because he has hair.
I love creating family tension for Jerry.
Dude,
he's coming back to North Carolina. Matt, let him have it.
Dude, NC State just made it to the Elite Eight. My brother is nothing but happy right now.
Dude, NC State and Clemson are going to make the Final Four, and Duke and Carolina are getting knocked out.
That'd be amazing. That's crazy.
It'll be wild.
My stomach.
Yes, Duke's getting knocked out tonight. Probably blown out by about 16.
Knobcraft, thank you for the super chat. He says, I owe JD a huge apology for all the hating I've levied upon him this last year. I'm going to be wiping him off my chin for months. I'm going to be wiping the way he's shown out this season. The draft will be stress-free. Wow.
That's big for Knob to say.
Knob. No, you know how you can make it up to JD? Even though I am not in North Carolina right now and won't see you potentially until the end of my trip in April, my brother Matthew lives there all the time. So you should tell me the hotel where you are again, where you work as a chef in the restaurant, and I'll send my brother there, and you could cook him a meal, and he'll review it on our channel. So,
see, and I think it's bigger than like opposing fan bases. They want to just chalk it up as, oh, you won the off season again. Now, I think it's bigger. The additions we've made are bigger than just grabbing headlines.
Because we have a core.
Yeah.
We
And
have a core. Quinnen, JJ, JFM. We have our Will McDonald. We have our core. We're bringing in guys that complement the core. We're not giving out 7-year, $49 million deals to Bart Scott. We're not giving 6-year, $42 million deals to Calvin Pace. We're not giving out Tremaine or Bell contracts. We're bringing in guys who look at our team and say, this team is close. If 8 is healthy and that line is healthy, this team can do some serious shit, and I'm okay being a part of it. Because if you win here, I don't care if you're Thomas Hennessy, you will never pay for another fucking meal the rest of your life. You will be goated everywhere you go for the rest of eternity. Forget what those old timers did. You win now in this social media day and era, my God.
I mean, look at Joe Namath. Look how long ago that was, and he's still that dude. I guarantee you go to the strip club, that dude is not having to pay for nothing in there. Well, at least in New York.
Yeah, and what we're asking these guys, these additions to do, are not above and beyond what they consistently do. Like Smith, we just need him to have an above average season. Mike Williams, just win some contested balls. Kinlaw, we might be asking a little bit out of, but I think he hasn't got a chance to show what he's had yet. I mean, boom, he was injured a year and a half into his career, and then he's never been fully healthy ever since. So, but yeah,
Hey guys, I got to split. I'm at the kids' house. They're watching the Yankee game, and I'm gonna go watch that with them. I don't know how long you'll be on, but maybe I'll pop back in later. Keep an eye out for me Sunday night. I'll be back doing the regular scheduled show, and I love you guys. You guys, all the new guys in the chat, like Jeremy said, go check out my channel. Proud New York Jets fan. We got good stuff coming up. I'm going to lean heavily on the shows to help me get through this mental rut and avoid it. So there'll be a lot of content coming out for me. And
it's what I've done.
Hell yeah, it helps, man. Just talking to you guys and then having the relationships that we built with what were complete strangers, or now when Jets moves happen, the first thing I think about are like, guys in the chat here in the text group, and it's pretty awesome what this Jet community does for people. And I've been a recipient of a lot of love, and I want to give it back. So check it out. And remember, if you learn anything from listening to us talk tonight about food, dogs, Hassan Reddick, please just remember, Jeremy sucks.
He loves to do that. He loves to do that.
I think you're an amazing human being.
Stop. I mean, you give me too much to live up to. I'll disappoint you.
I don't think so, man. I mean, ever since you've got the clean shave and everything, I mean, looking like Mr. Clean over there, dude.
I'm going to sue them for royalties.
Hey, quick though, right?
He looks like Saleh.
Yo, he does, bro.
Yeah, Robert Saleh.
Younger Saleh at that.
I don't have his composure, man. Like if I was at that podium and they were asking me those questions, I'd be like looking at Rich Cimini and saying, you know what? Go jump off a cliff, you loser. I was like, you're just trying to start trouble. Get away from my players. Get out of here. Like I would not keep my cool. I would be throwing the podium.
Hey, Dana, can you tell Chaos in regards of what you were saying earlier about how many first rounders we got? Because I was amazed by that, dude. It was insane on the amount that we have.
Dude, we have like 12 on the entire team, but we just added 4 in the last 2 weeks alone. 2 on each side of the ball. Like, let's put it this way: our front 7 on D has 7 of them. They're overlapping, so we don't have them everywhere. But you got 6. It depends. This what's his face today, Reddick. How often is his hand in the dirt versus him standing up? Does anybody know?
Well, they moved him like from standing up to putting his hand in the dirt, and that's when his career took the big surge. Like that was the big move that that was whoever did it, whichever coaches in Philly decided to use him that way. Hats off to them because they're the ones that made that move.
Yeah, ESPN has him as the will linebacker. And I also read that he can be used in coverage, but like his sack numbers suggest that not very often. But
we're going to line him wide. We're going to line him wide and say, go get the quarterback.
So yeah, just on the D line, then if you count him, you got him and Kinlaw that we just added. 2 first rounders that we've already had, which are Quinnen and Jermaine and Will McDonald and Solly Thomas. Like, we're going to have dogs and they're going to be eating. And man, I hate to say it, but even if Tyrod, it's not Tyrod, sorry. Let me get this straight. It's Tyrod Taylor is how what he goes by. If he's in there for a month, I don't even think he's going 500, man. We're going 3-1 at least. We are, man. I don't see a weakness.
Agreed.
Well, I mean, it's the offensive line that has to stay healthy. If the offensive line stays healthy, yes, we could survive with Taylor because we have a Breece Hall. So we would go into a mode of stellar defense, pound the ball.
Safe football,
pound the ball, and then they have to keep 8 men in the box, and then you get some nice play action, and Taylor is a veteran. He'll have a wide open Garrett Wilson or whatever it is, Mike Williams, and we'll get along and we'll be fine.
What about bringing in Zeke? Dude, I'm bring that guy in, man. The pass blocking aspect of it that he brings to the table as well. I mean, I missed that from Bam Knight. Because I remember when the conversation was Michael Carter or Bam Knight, and I was like, dude, please let Michael Carter go and let's bring Bam Knight, just off the simple fact that Bam Knight is a better pass blocker. But then he got hurt, so it really didn't matter what I was saying. But that was my biggest take on him.
I'm kind of hoping we go young. I know we already have Young there, but I mean, what else are we throwing these Saturday picks at? We have so many. Like we don't have so many. We have like 4 or 5 of them now. I mean, I know we can trade up, but otherwise, I'm fine with throwing one at a running back.
Hey, bring me Frank Gore Jr. Right?
You know what?
I'm sure they'll. I mean, if we don't sign one, we know we're picking one. But if we do sign someone, you never know. Like in the late rounds, they might grab somebody, throw them on the PS, and
we got to get someone who can pass block, I think. But because I think that's the only draw with going the veteran route. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know the class that's coming up, if any of them are good run blockers or pass blockers. But that would be the prerequisite, I think, with coming in and playing a role right away.
Yeah.
But as far as free agency, there is not much left out there. J.K. Dobbins, I don't know what you guys think of him.
That relationship he got with A-Rod, I'm all for it. When that dude is healthy, he's a dog. I mean.
His stats look good.
I think that running back is the kind of position where you can take that kind of gamble on a J.K. Dobbs. Because if it doesn't work out, Awanaconda he's not that bad.
No,
I actually like him.
Dude, most people want to write him off, but he was only in on 70 snaps last year. That's nothing. That's what, 2 games?
I know. He got no chance, and he looked fine. He had no offensive line. He's a rookie with no offensive line, a decimated offensive line. He's running into a wall. Give the kid a break. He's 21. He's super young. I mean, I like the kid, and
they see his fantasy, his rushing average, but his 22 carries were all in stacked boxes.
And you could pick up, how many teams have picked up running backs in the middle of the year off the junk pile and had guys that were just working at Home Depot light it up in the NFL? It's like, I'm just sorry, if your offensive line is healthy and blocking well, it's just, and I don't mean to disrespect the position, it's just not that hard of a position, especially when you're looking at a running back too. Because you're not even talking about your star running back in Brees Hall. You're talking about your give him a rest kind of running back. As long as you find a kid who doesn't fumble, who takes the yards that's there, that's a fine guy to put in there and fill in. It's just not hard to find.
Agreed.
So, gun to your head. It sounds like, I mean, we all know the importance of keeping a healthy O-line. So, and I think we would all want to trade back. But let's say only 3 quarterbacks are gone. And all 3 wide receivers. That's 6 right there. Let's say only 3, but there's probably going to be more. That's 6. Tackle, you got Alt. He's gone. Let's say Fashanu is gone, for argument's sake. And then a defensive guy. Doesn't really matter who, fill in the blank. If 2 tackles are gone, all 3 wide receivers, 3 quarterbacks, what are you doing?
Well, I'm hoping somebody is trying to get up for the quarterback. That's
Gun to your head, though.
I'm hoping somebody is trying to get up. If not, I'm probably going to turn to the Fuaga, Latham, Fontenot route. Like, I'm probably in that situation. If I can't trade down, I feel like the only people worthy of 10 at that point are going to be like one of those kind of guys, because like for what we need as a team, because I just don't know what else we could do at 10 if we can't trade down in a situation like that. But if I take Fuaga, if I take Fontenot, if I even take Latham, I'm feeling pretty good that I made my team better.
All right, Dano. So, did we pick up another tackle in free agency? We ended up
No. I think if we get Bakhtiari too, it'll be like late summer, maybe even early fall. I could be wrong, but let's just say that he is retired.
Got it. Look, I know Boom's gonna like want to kill me for saying this, bro, and all that. At that point, I mean, I would love Fuaga, right? But I just can't. Bro, I love Bowers, dude. That dude's good, man. And he's gonna be good. And the stuff that has been said that he's not a really good blocker like that or anything, it's crazy to me because he is. He's that good. Bro, putting him in there with all the talent we have for Aaron Rodgers just to make everybody just elevate their dude Bowers. I would say Bowers, bro. Bring him.
Are you prepared to defend the health of our O-line for 18 weeks?
I mean,
because as soon as they start dropping, we're all looking at you, Johnny.
I know. But I still feel like we still have depth. I mean, we still got Mitchell. We got Wes Schweister, which I think these are
Warren
guys.
Carter, too. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, people are writing these dudes off that are not bad. I mean, look, my thing is with Aaron being back there, I think no matter what, man, because the defense is going to be so good, he gets us over the hump, and we could have beat these people that we lost this year because of him and how good he is. So, giving him at that point, why not?
I think some of us, though, like, if you're choosing Latham or Fuaga, I think, hell, take a damn 4th and drop 4 picks before you, because I really don't think there's any difference between them 2 guys and Fashanu and Mims at like 20th. Like, do what you can to trade down. I don't even care if the value doesn't line up on the chart. Like,
agreed.
If the drop off is negligible, get the extra assets. But Fashanu, though, I mean, Fuaga's got the versatility too, but Fashanu, last I heard, he could play all 5 spots if we needed him to, which to me is just mind-boggling.
Another EVT. I mean, why not? And have that just in case one of these. I mean, dude, I'm all for it. I mean, he was impressive on the combine, right? I don't know, man. I'm just whatever JD does, I'm all for it. Like I said earlier, if this dude was to pick a kicker in the first round, I wouldn't even.
Thank you, though. I've said that. I'm like, we need to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, it's time. Like, it was time whenever we got freaking Smith. Now it's double time. Like, stop questioning every move he takes.
Exactly.
Every move he makes, every spot track contract that drops, quit combing through. Like Kinlaw, I'm telling you, man, that will not look like we were put over a barrel by the time the season's over.
I mean, look, the Kinlaw move, I'm laughing at people that are like attacking him for it. It's so funny to me because it's like, who are these people that think they know so much more than Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh? Like,
there was hundreds attacking him after that contract dropped that morning.
If they gave him that money, they know what they're doing. They're like, when has JD purposely overpaid people? Or, you know, like, I mean, like, look at the other deals he's done. He's savvy. They know what they're doing.
Their angle was, why is he pushing $5 million dead into next year? It's because his seat is warm. Why is he playing with next year's money? Blah, 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 blah. But I don't see it like that because, for one, I don't think that the dude's going to walk after this year. I really don't. And then that dead money is moot. But, I mean, I do see what they're saying. You could have just gave him less total and not had any dead next year. But let him worry about the cap.
They have a money guy.
Yeah.
They have a money guy who's doing all the money and all the future and planning. There's a guy getting paid a lot of money to do that. So everybody's got to just chill about that. Somebody is managing that.
Thank you. It ruined people's days. And I'm like, come on, man.
All we have to do is focus on the team we have on the field. And it would be so awesome if Kinlaw just lights it up. It's like he's just like run stopper stud, and people would just shut up and say, "Okay, I guess."
You see that dude walking shirtless on their practice field? There's a video, bro.
Yo, I got thoughts of Landry all over again. I don't know if bro. I was like, holy crap, this dude is
huge.
Wow. We needed that.
He's like you, me, and Chaos put together.
He's like Greek god, cartoony, Incredible Hulk.
He'd be like Michael Clemens' best friends.
Yep, only cut and ripped.
Like Apollo Creed said, I love this. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
They had a video of Michael Clemens working out on Instagram the other day. I'm starting to wonder if they don't have him cutting like 15 pounds, man. He looked trim.
Yeah, he's looking for speed.
Imagine that, dude. I can't wait for the rotation. Just constantly keeping these dudes fresh like that. I mean, that's another thing that nobody really. I mean, you guys have talked about it, right? We've talked about it and all that, and I think that's why this defense has been so successful, is keeping these dudes fresh like that, you know, and it kept us in all these games last year.
Yeah, no, definitely. And just wait until we have a lead.
I know.
Just wait until we have Aaron Rodgers and we actually go into the fourth quarter with a lead. And those guys are fresh against a tired offensive line that's feeling all the pressure and the crowd's going freaking berserk. And our guys are like salivating and we have, just these awesome freaking edges coming at you and they're fresh. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. I mean, this is what it was supposed to be last year. We just lost, we lost Rodgers. We lost our offensive line and we never got to really see it come to fruition.
Oh my God, I cannot wait. And then they're playing like that. And how many picks are going to be thrown because freaking quarterback is just so damn scared, they try to come back. And dude, I mean, somebody has said something in regards of Patrick Mahomes and the Super Bowl that he lost to the Bucs, and what's the reasoning behind that? Dude, them dudes were just rotating people, and he was constantly getting out of there and running for his life. So, like I said again, man, if the Jets do it, bro, and they win the Super Bowl, man, bro, I'm becoming the biggest crybaby out there, bro. Like that shit means so much to me, man. Like, I mean, bro, we invest our time so much to this team on an everyday base. I don't see any other fan base that does this. I mean, Jake said it the best, right? Like, they don't deserve this fan base with the product they've put on the field for many years, but we're still here, So
Yeah, and on paper, like, I mean, we're so plugged in. It'll be awesome if we actually have the Super Bowl run. Like, we were plugged in every single day for the whole year leading up to it, and we saw it coming. Like that's going to be cool. But on paper, like, each unit has the potential of being better than our franchise has seen, and it's like the offense could be the best offense the Jets have ever fielded. The defense could be the best defense it's ever fielded. They could do it in tandem. Like, man, a lot to look forward to.
Let me ask this question to both of you guys real quick, right? With JD and everything he's done, right? I don't feel like we've had a manager that's done something like this, and I don't know how long, right? I mean, we're consistently relevant when it comes to the NFL right now. The Jets are being talked about left and right. But let's just say he makes all these moves, right? And we shit the bed, right? Do we keep JD? Or would you guys say let him go at this point? And I'm talking about playoffs, lose first round, or have a winning record, but we don't make the playoffs. Do we let JD go? Or is it gonna be Saleh is the one that's gonna be the one gone, and then JD keeps doing his thing?
Good, Jeremy. To be honest, I think you judge JD at the start of week 1. Don't judge him in January. Judge him at the start of week 1, and I think that's more accurate.
Yeah,
maybe at the trade deadline. I don't know.
JD is kind of handcuffed to Saleh, and I think because he brought him in, and they get along. They have the same philosophy. I think. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think most people think that they're handcuffed. But the reality is, I am not that worried about it because the truth is, they really haven't had a chance.
No,
they just haven't had a chance. They haven't had a quarterback. We've had no quarterback. You just can't win NFL football without a quarterback.
True.
And it's like, knock on wood, as long as we don't have a disaster again, and Rodgers is healthy and nothing, and it doesn't fall apart. I'm very confident that this team is going to do very well, and all of this pressure on JD and Saleh is going to go away.
Yeah, I mean, winning makes.
It's a champion.
Hey,
it's a champion.
We busted out the checkbook for JD though. We didn't do that for Saleh. Like, we're paying JD top 5 GM money, and we did so to recruit him. And Saleh is making pennies, so I would think that he would get the second chance before Saleh. But
yeah, he definitely would. Out of the two, if you had to get rid of one and keep one, you're keeping JD. I mean, the answer is just look at the freaking roster.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
The roster he gave us, but at the same time, if something goes wrong, I could see Woody just cleaning house, because he's that kind of owner. I don't know. I mean, I'm in such a good place. Like, I'm so confident. Not that we're going to win a Super Bowl, but I'm confident that we are going to be an 11-12 win team, that we are going to win a playoff game, that we are going to make a real run, and that we're going to be a quality team. And I believe that so strongly that I'm not even worried about it. I mean, and if it's all wrong and it all gets slammed in my face, I'll deal with that, cross that bridge when you come to it, right?
True. I just have that toxic Jet fandom. Like, I can't. I mean, I am positive as they come, but dude, it's just.
You got to see it. I know what you mean. You got to see it. You've been fooled so many times.
It's like what chaos. I mean, fuck, man. Imagine Aaron Rodgers blows out his other leg. Tyrod comes in, blows out his leg. And then who do we have? I mean, Simeon again, Boyle again,
Get rid of Zach, that's for sure.
I didn't even want to say his name because he's not here, So, dude, I'm telling you, bro.
Beetlejuice.
End of the world could happen, and cockroaches and Zach Wilson will still be here, bro. That guy, man, he finds a way, bro. He finds a way.
He's always gonna be here. We're never getting rid of him.
I feel bad for the kid. I mean, the kid he has the tools. He just doesn't got the main tools up here to be able to do something, So he needs fresh.
That's all that
And
matters.
I think it's something to be said about playing in New York too, because I thought that about Sanchez too when he was here. I'm like, dude doesn't have it here. He gets, you know, and then Darnold, he's seeing ghosts, and then now Zach. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know that we should keep drafting them early. You know.
Hey, I mean, look, Sanchez, bro. He was there. He took us to playoffs, man, and he won those games for us too.
I've seen too many pick sixes to linebackers out of Sanchez, man. I could.
Because who was he throwing to at that point?
Man, I don't know. I just know that a lot of people do love Sanchez, and I
love that man, bro. Like that guy was, dude. That guy was the shit. He was banging out Eva Longoria and eating hot dogs on the sideline.
You thought he was Babe Ruth?
Yeah, bro. Amazing, man.
I don't know, man. It's like it ended fast, but man, for the years, for his rookie and sophomore year, for his first 2 years in the league, he did what he needed to do. Like, I think, like all you could ask of a guy that young to come in, I mean.
Can I play devil's advocate? If we did not trade up and we just sat at 17 and we drafted Jason Campbell, who had a stellar first 2 years.
With the rest,
you cannot tell me we would not have a Lombardi right now.
We might. Would have, right?
Now it all would have went downhill after that, but
yeah.
Hey,
it's weird to me when it's always weird to me when players start off well and just disintegrate like that so quickly. It's the weirdest thing.
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that it's over for Trevor Lawrence, though. I don't know that it's over. We'll see. He was banged up.
They've made some noise this free agency, it's off season too, though, man. Jacksonville did, but I don't know, man. I think we win the division this year, man. Every single team that's on our division has gone down, bro, and we've gone up. So, plus our savior, the man that we call JD, has done miracles for us.
Do you guys think that if we had Tyrod and Tyrod alone, that we would still win the division?
Yes.
I don't know about win the division. I think we'd have a good chance at the playoffs, though.
I like Tyrod, bro. I've always liked Tyrod. That dude could stay freaking healthy, man. He's good, dude. Some of them balls he'd be throwing, bro, and the way he breaks down the defenses, I'm like, damn, the dude's good. He just can't stay healthy, bro. He sometimes has to use his legs, and that's what gets him in trouble.
Well, I'm out of here, guys. I don't know if anybody fresh wants to step in, but I think I exercised all my points.
Okay. It was good to have you on, Jano.
Sure, Dano. You don't want to hang with us, man? You don't like chilling with us?
Hey, you need where's Knobcraft at? Boomtown.
Yeah, I don't know.
Scott Foster.
I'll put the link in. I'll get somebody.
Hazel, get your ass up here.
Yeah,
See
Scott
you.
come up here because everybody else had a better beard than him today.
I just don't know how you're getting away with this, bro. Your wife is just tolerating this?
So my wife's pregnant. She's asleep.
Okay.
My daughter's asleep, and my son's asleep. They've been asleep since 8. Dude, this is, like, all jokes aside, this is therapy for me, bro, because I work from home, right? So I'm with my kids. I have ADD really bad. So, like, I have you guys always playing in the background. So it helps me keep me focused on what I need to do for work, right? But, dude, like, this right here is just my alone time and gets me to be able to do that, So started going back into the gym. I go to the gym around like 5 a.m. So that's why people are like, damn, how are you on so early?
Right. Well, this has been an unbelievable night. I don't know if you could see it or it, but we've got like 175 people with us here. I appreciate that. Things were dead for a long time.
Dog, I'll bring them in. I will take those really crazy conversations that nobody wants to have and talk about it.
Yeah. Well, it's good to be at the point of the year where everyone is back. Like Twisted is back. Like everybody's back now. Everybody's into it. JD has lit up the fan base. It's showing on all of our channels. The audiences are bigger. Jake Asman had over 1,000 people today. like on a show from the airport. You know, he's like broadcasting from the airport and has over 1,000 people. And I definitely set a record today. I don't think I've ever had 175 in here before. So I'm pretty appreciative to everybody that's come in. I appreciate that. That was a great, fun number to hit. And I definitely appreciate you being here, Johnny, and helping me and co-hosting, because I'm getting kind of tired, and I definitely needed that boost to have somebody in here with me.
Okay, shit, the man, bro, and I appreciate you, man. I mean, dude, you say that's the other thing too. Like, people need to watch your videos that you put out there. Like the video you had with the guy Tony from New York.
Yeah.
Dude, it's A1. Everything he talked about Joe Milton was spot on, and it's why I'm like, please stay away from that dude. Stay away from that dude. Stay away from that dude, because that guy is hated in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So
and it's funny because when we started doing those quarterback videos, the Bo Nix was like ahead of JJ McCarthy, and he was like ranked number 12 overall. And we said, you know, we crushed Bo Nix, not on purpose. We just looked at the film. We said, look, why are people excited about this guy? Like, all of his yardage is coming from short vertical passes over the middle to his running back or his tight, you know, and then once in a while he's throwing to a wide open wide receiver, and it's not even a great pass. It's the wide receiver slowing down to catch it. We're like, look at this. Why are people excited about this guy? And then we started talking about JJ McCarthy, and he, even though he doesn't have the numbers because he's on a run first, you know, different type of in a different program in Michigan, but through his tape, we were able to find so many plays where he did have to throw the ball, where he was throwing perfect strikes deep down the field, everywhere around the field, makes every throw, perfect touch. And it was like and then sure enough, now JJ McCarthy is going to be talked about like he's very likely going to be a top 5 pick. And Bo Nix is all the way back in the second round. So I feel that we did pretty good work for that, because everyone seemed to catch on and seem to feel that way, you know, like the experts, when they all looked at the film, they all saw it too.
Yeah, I mean, and exactly, dude. Like I said, I mean, everybody's on the chat needs to watch it. Oh, snap. Sean's back. What's up,
Sean
bro?
McAteer's here.
What up, guys?
You got like 5 minutes, Sean, at least?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna remove myself temporarily and let you guys talk for a little bit, because I gotta feed this dog. I can't do dog. Okay.
Not a problem. I actually came on because like I felt bad. Like
Sean, I think you froze, bro. Come
here,
Sean.
Yeah, he's my best friend right here. I've had him for 14 years or so. I got him as a stray. I was doing catering, and I had him before I had my kids. Like, as soon as I had my kids, he slept under their cribs and stuff. It's crazy, man. Like, what a dog can bring to a family, you know?
It's so true.
And,
so true.
you know? Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'll put something out there. So I have 2 Frenchies, right? And I love my dude. I love dogs. I've had dogs forever and a day. I've had a blue tick hound. I mean, you name it, I've had them, right? And but I love my French. I've never had a dog that's had like epilepsy. And that's really, really big in the bully breeds, right? And I had
I had 2 of them. I had one that was a grandson of Chance from Homeward Bound, the old movie. He was a grandson, and he used to swim laps in my pool. And I had one like 3 years before that. I named her Doja. She was my first American Bulldog, and both of them had epilepsy. Yeah, it was crazy, man. They told me I had a better chance of winning the lottery. I was like, well, shoot, you could have given me the lottery for sure.
Hey, Sean, where do you where?
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I said where you're at, Sean. Where you located?
I'm in Temecula, California, man, but I was born in Princeton, New Jersey, and my dad's from South River. My mom's from Brooklyn.
Nice. So
but we came out here young.
What made you become a Jet fan? What started the?
To be honest with you, it was my dad was a Giants fan, and I was like, I wanted to have that camaraderie, like, but I knew nothing about football. And at the time, like, I was like, cool. And then, like, a couple years into it, I was like, damn, this is a bad decision. But I rode with it, man. I rode with it, and I'm forever a Jets fan, man. I'll always rep it. But that's the reality of it. It was like to have like a back and forth with my pops.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I became well, I've always been a Jet fan. I had no choice. My father's a big Jet fan. He used to actually work for Hess gas station back in the day. And
Oh wow.
yeah, so he was really, really close with not Leon, but John Hess and all that. So we used to have season tickets, dude, and we used to go to the games. And dude,
Yeah, blood, sweat, and tears for you, my friend.
I remember meeting Curtis Martin at the Garden City Hotel. Dude, like mind blown, because that's where he used to live at when he played over there in Hofstra.
Oh gosh, dude, that would be amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Coolest dude ever, bro. Like real down to earth. But I don't know, man. The Jets fan base is huge, family oriented. You know, all my kids are Jet fans. So, you know, but so what are you thinking about the draft? What do you think we're gonna do? Like, what is that you want?
I mean, I could go a lot of ways, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, the only one I really don't want is the Bowers route, and I know that's not the greatest take on everybody's behalf, but I don't know. Aaron doesn't utilize tight ends very much. He just doesn't. Like he'll overthrow to his, Devontae Adams, even if he's double covered, rather than throwing to the tight end. We had a 1 year Tunyon thing. Like everybody can say, yeah, Tunyon did great. What do you mean Aaron doesn't throw to tight ends? He also had a Mercedes Lewis, I think, and like a bunch of others, and they never became anything there because he didn't want to throw to the tight end.
Yeah.
And I could be overthinking it or whatever, but I just feel like if we give him another wide receiver, if it's a Neighbors, shoot, now we got our three-peat. We got, both of them on the outside. We got Neighbors in the slot, and we can move them around wherever. I want Odunze, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, it would kind of suck because I feel like Garrett would get pushed to the slot where he hasn't been. And it's like, you got to give the love to the guy who's been here forever. He's our number one. Like, you can't just push him to the side because you brought in Mike Williams and now you have Odunze and they're outside guys. Like, that's the part that kind of like is frustrating with the Odunze pick. But at the same time, saying that he's the same as Mike Williams, like, how long are we going to have Mike Williams? Like, really, like, and then we're back to the same process. Even if we get Neighbors, we're back to the same process. Where's our big outside threat? Who's our guy?
As much as I love Bowers, right? Because I'm a big Georgia Bulldogs fan, right? Sick 'em.
For sure.
I
think he's great, dude. I think he's amazing. I just think his scheme.
I know it's line, man, and it has to be line. I mean, the injuries that have riddled us for so long, right? Especially with the turf monster that comes along with it. It's line. Like first round, if we move back, cool. Second round pick, line. Third.
Shoot, if we move up, yeah. Even if we move, we get one in the 10th at 10, and then we move up and get another one. Well, shoot, O-line again. Sorry. But, like, yeah, I think the future is, like, if we can establish a future, because we already have a few guys that are already future.
Yeah.
But we also have a few guys that are 1 year, maybe a little longer. But at the same time, like, if we have a guy, like, say we're going to the Super Bowl, right? But one of our O-line goes down. Let's have that Super Bowl guy that can come up and pick up that pace to, like, be the same, give the same energy rather than, oh, shoot, we got to put in whoever to fill that spot. Like, that's why I'm cool with, like, a Fatanu or a Fashanu or a Fuaga or whatever, because either side, both of them have injury issues.
Yeah.
Like, let's have a starter right off the bat. Like, as soon as they go down, it's not like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Like last year, everything was, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Well, when we started the year, we had Becton, who was an injury issue. We had another dude who was an injury issue. You know, like you go down the line, and then we had soft Lincoln Tomlinson.
Yep.
Like, I love the guy when he was our pick, but when we got him, he was just soft as hell. Like, we don't need anybody soft, man.
Like for me, man, like I keep talking about offensive line and having all those picks because if these players are our future, they could learn from freaking, Tyron Smith. I mean, how long?
Hell yeah, you're learning from the best.
Exactly. You got your Moses. How long is Moses really going to be here? So let's just say you get your Fatanu right in the later picks. We get a second round, dude. I'm big on Zach Frazier from West Virginia. There's another dude that can move into a guard position from playing from center. Then you got Zach Center is truly hurt, as they're saying, right, because of the broken fibula. He'll be there in those later rounds that we and bring him and put him in there and have him learn behind these guys. Then
he's not playing day one.
Yeah,
we're okay with that.
There's just so much stuff that's out there right now for me, at least. But at the end of the day, I have to continue to keep saying this. Whatever JD does, I believe in it. And
oh yeah, he's definitely changed a lot of opinions, even of the people who hated on him. Like we went step by step. Oh well, we didn't get this, or we didn't get this, and now he got it. Like, okay, so now what's your excuse for him being a bad GM? You know what I mean? Then they'll go through. Oh well, what about last year? What about? Let's talk about now. Let's not worry about the past. We that is come and gone, and he's made up for it in, like, I don't know, tremendous strides in my eyes. Like, I don't think he's, like, yeah, he hasn't had the perfect stretch, but everybody was super upset about the Huff thing. Now we have Hassan Reddick, who is way better than Huff and on a cheaper deal.
I was,
at least for now,
with Huff, like, he lost me as soon as he said the whole hometown discount, like, we're not going to give that to you. I'm like, bro, first and foremost, you were an undrafted free agent. That means that 32 teams, 31 teams, they said no to you. And then we were the only one that said, we'll give you this chance. We built you up, and then you got this. But to go out and say that, and then go on the Eagles' first press conference that he has with them and just say, I want to go with this kind of winning culture, which I get it. Maybe the Eagles have a winning culture and all that, right? But have they really? What is it that they've done, right? Other than the Super Bowl that, I mean, it was a hell of a Super Bowl, I can't lie, because they beat.
Well, it's funny because Hassan Reddick feels a different way, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, he ain't going to a losing organization, whether he was getting, his money or not. Like, he's going to a pretty damn good situation where he's actually going to shine, and he can play in multiple spots at this point.
And dude,
like that.
And let's just see how long we could have him. I mean, if we keep the rotation that they got, that they keep having these guys stay fresh, that's just going to prolong his career, right? And continue to keep making more money compared if they do it with, let's just say, Huff. And Huff is supposedly that guy. Dude, I think he's a scheme player, to be honest with you. I mean,
you play 30-40% of the snaps, bro, and you only play third and fourth down. Let's have you be a four down edge and see how good you look.
Exactly.
Okay. And Hassan has proven that shit. So yeah, we won. And I do think that we should keep him, but I also don't, like, some people are like, oh, he's going to be 20 mil or he's going to be this. No, I think on the what you're talking about, how, like, he doesn't have to play all four downs. He can be healthy throughout the year, and he can be on a Super Bowl playoff team. I mean, I'm hoping Super Bowl for sure, but even a playoff team at this point, it makes him look good throughout his career, and he's making money. You might not make 20, but you're making 14, 15. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. I mean, Joe is doing his job, and he's putting the set pieces that we need right now to go ahead and do it. I mean, I'm all for it, man. So
now, granted, McDonald could come out and show out and be like, the stud, and we'll be like, all right, yeah, Hassan, sorry, we ain't playing you 14. We got another guy that we're gonna pay, to be our homegrown guy who stays with us.
Imagine
unlike Huff.
jumping over onto the freaking O lines to go in and sack him back, and it's like the second, Troy Polamalu on there.
Right? It'll be amazing, dude. It'll be amazing. And I think it's possible, man. And I think other people have said, Huff may not be off our radar. He might be there for a year and realize, like, hey, grass ain't always greener on the other side, and come back to us for a cheap deal. And then we don't take Hassan. Or, who knows how this is all going to play out. But I do agree with you, though. I actually don't know if I want Huff back with the comments he made about the, not giving us a discount because we're the Jets, or like, and we've given him everything. He grew up in our system. He grew up with our coaches. Like he was nothing before that. Like you said, we're one of 32 teams that were like, all right, we'll give him a chance.
Exactly.
Nobody else would. And now he's getting a $20+ million deal. Like, get the fuck out of here. Sorry, excuse my mouth.
Smoking there, man.
So I just still talking about like the culture stuff and all that. Look, man, at the end of the day, he's gone. It is what it is. We'll see you when we see you, and hopefully it's freaking Breece Hall running right through his chest. Right,
that would be unbelievable. I'd love that Super Bowl. I want that Super Bowl. I don't even want it earlier. I want it Super Bowl. I don't want to do it early in the year and then it'll get forgotten about. Do that Super Bowl. So it's a play that gets played like fucking 100 times a year.
I would really like to punch Buffalo in their face.
Agreed.
Like I'm Michael Clemens go up to that dude on the offensive line and just get right in his face and laugh at him.
That's another guy that I hope makes it, because I know Clemens, they're talking about like, he didn't show enough, he didn't prove enough, or whatever. I really like the guy. I hope he shows out this year and is like, yeah, I'm proving my spot.
Well, they moved to another position, right? And he had a game. He looked a lot slower. I think they're trying to trim him back down so he could be another edge guy for us. I mean, God, dude, like I said, what we have is just limitless right now. And, I think the biggest talk is maybe safety, right? To see who's there. Because, who do we got, Chaos, on? Tony Adams.
We got Clark. We got Clark and Adams.
And that's it.
Yeah. And that's
what Ricky's talking about, how we could end up, he thinks by the end of the year, we'll end up getting, I forgot his name.
Simmons?
Pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure he used to play for Dallas, I think.
Diggs?
No, shit. Yeah, Diggs. I think it's Quandre Diggs. Yeah, Quandre Diggs we could end up getting. And, it's a fill-in for a year, man. Like, we really need to not, push too much in all these other situations where we have people. And we could just fill in a spot for a year. And then next draft. Because JD didn't give away anything for next draft. He gave away picks for 2 years from now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So we're still good for next year either way. So let's worry about, I think, quarterback. I think safety. Right now, I would go O-line, wide receiver, and catch yourself a running back in the fourth. I've been feeling this dude out of Louisville. He was like a backup most of his years. What is his name? Isaac Goretto, or I don't know. But anyway, he's a good fourth round. He basically he's like Isaac Pacheco, and the guy, for a backup to have behind Breece, because Breece is our guy. We're not looking for a guy to take over and change what he's doing. We're looking for a guy who can pound that ball on a couple downs when Breece ain't in. You know what I mean? And I think that's the kind of guy we should get. And in the late fourth, let's get a running back. Other than that, O-line, maybe a wide receiver.
Dude, Dak Zinter's there in the fourth. I would say get him then too. Dude, I'm like, just get every lineman that we could get. First, go back. If Fatanu was there, get him. Second round, go ahead and bring me Zach Frazier from West Virginia. Third round, maybe at that point, I would say maybe get a defensive tackle, right? Fourth round, get me Zenter. Fifth, I don't even care what we do at that point. No,
you made it where you wanted at that point.
I like Anthony Gold. Like that's a player that not many people are talking about out of Oregon State, right? The only reason this guy is falling so down is because he's 5'8". But dude, he reminds me of like Julio Edelman and Danny Amendola. It would be awesome, bro. So how you holding up, Chaos? Getting
I'm
tired?
good. I'm good. I just wanted to make sure everybody knows Brooklyn Brothers Food Review. I got every 2 days a new video coming out, releasing all my New York food videos of all the places I ate in New York. I'm alternating with my brother Lee, whose North Carolina videos are coming out. Florida videos are coming out. So make sure you go to that channel. Sean McVay will tell you. Johnny will tell you. It's a fun channel. The reviews are fun. They're 3-minute videos. And if you're ever going to go to New York, or if you live in New York and you want to see how I'm rating the food, or North Carolina, or anywhere here in Sacramento, we show you the food. We talk about it. We give it a nice rating. And it's a cool, fun channel. And while I have you all here, I want to make sure everybody here is subscribed to that channel so you can see me over there as well.
It is a great show for sure. I've watched it a bunch of times. I'm not Sean McVay though. I'm Sean McAteer. Just so everybody knows. It's okay, Jeremy.
I'm tired.
I'll take the comment, but I hope everybody doesn't believe.
I'm very tired. Papa Yeti is a very big fan of the channel as well. He's a very big supporter of the channel. So I thank you.
It is. It's really cool, man. You guys show a lot of different types of food. You even down to like when you did the snack bites of the White Castle.
Yeah,
it goes from anything you could think of: pasta, pizza, sandwiches, whatever in the area, and all different areas. It's not just New York; it's everywhere. And they also do a hot sauce show, which was really cool.
Yeah, the hot sauce.
Go ahead. Sorry, Johnny. Go ahead.
It's really cool because I like it in the sense that they'll go to like a supermarket and then they'll go and get, I think it was like the chicken and biscuits, right?
Yeah,
that you're in Cali, right? I'm in Virginia. I see that and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go try it out to see what I think of it because of that, right? Stuff that my wife's from the South, so she's all about that with some cheese whiz on top of it. And like that's a Southern thing, no idea about, and he put that up there and I was like, oh man, it's just really, really cool. So it kind of brings everybody together as well. But yeah, everybody subscribe to it because it's awesome.
Yeah, Scott is asking if I have Sacramento food reviews, and absolutely. There's even a playlist, so there are different playlists. So you could hit a playlist that's just pizza. You could hit a playlist that's Portland for my brother. You could hit a North Carolina playlist and just watch those. And there is a Sacramento playlist. So all the places I reviewed in Sacramento in one place, so it's easy for you to find. And Nick is here. He's back. Nick, are you on a computer? Do you have control again?
Hey, Nick!
So, Nick, are you in control to the point where I can take a break?
Go. Get the hell out of here. Yes.
Thank you. Guys, I'll be back. I'll be back. Nick's going to take over. I'm tired.
All right, Chaos. We'll see you tomorrow.
Later, Jeremy. Love you, buddy.
What's going on?
Dude, I'll be back. I didn't say I was going forever.
No need. No need.
That dude says that.
Let's get real chaotic here. Let's get real chaotic. Let's change the
Good to see you, Nick.
Hold on. I'm changing the password to all his accounts.
Are you making it so he can't come back in?
Yep.
No, I wouldn't do that. Just make it so he has difficulty coming back in. So, all right, yeah, let's what's up to everyone in the chat, everyone watching on Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it these days. So,
Sorry, I'm coming in to make myself a cocktail real quick. And so you'll see a little movement around. This is my daughter, Marley.
Hi,
This is her friend, Kenzie.
Hello.
I'm just making moves.
Do your thing, man. So I'm going to go with this take. Joe Douglas is not done yet. We keep saying, what's next? What's next? Oh, backup running back, backup this. I tweeted it as soon as we were done with this. I went into the living room with the kids to watch the Yankee game before they were going to bed. My prediction is Joe Douglas is not done. I think Joe Douglas makes an all-in move on draft night and we trade up. He's addressed everything. He's addressed offensive line. He's addressed defensive line. He addressed a complimentary piece to Garrett. I want another piece as good as or even better than Garrett. And that's not a knock on Garrett. That's how the hell are you going to cover us if we add a Neighbors or a Harris or even Odunze if we don't want to go up that far? You've already given up a future pick in 2026. I don't care about giving up future picks because, number one, our second-round picks have not been very good. You can give a 2 away every year, in my opinion, for a proven player. The Rams were giving away 1s every year. If you win it all, that's all that matters.
Especially if we can give away like a late
pick. You don't have a second-round pick? Who cares about a second-round pick? Give the whole draft away. Fold the franchise for all I care. Just win it.
Especially if you can give away like a 2026 pick to do it.
You're getting Hassan Reddick for a 2026 pick? Okay. And this is funny. My kids have had this cup for years. And whenever I come to their house and I stay there, their mother and her boyfriend let me crash out here in the garage. The Jamal Adams cup from 7-Eleven. Daddy, I still can't believe you used that. I'll never stop drinking from.
Are they still letting you get free slushies in that or no?
That don't leave the cabinet. That even made the move from Edison to Old Bridge when they moved down here.
Hey, quick thing though,
It's
right?
so windy here tonight, man. I bought 2 cigars from I walked to Kroger's, and next to Kroger's yesterday was a cigarette hub over on Williamsburg Road there, John. And I was so excited to smoke a cigar. It's supposed to be 73 degrees down there today. I get up here, man, it's like 52 with wind coming in, like blowing the suitcase over when I got off the bus.
Wow. Yeah, I'm taking the kids.
Forgive me, guys. I'm sorry. Guys in the chat, I'm sorry. I forgot that I had control. Oh, yeah. I'm ready. Are you ready?
Hey, question. Like I completely agree with you, dude. I really think that JD's not done. Like I think JD's gonna do more moves and dude, everything in my body is saying that Jay Simmons gets signed and he's gonna be the other safety over here with us. If that happens, watch out. Like just imagine that the rotation in regards of safety.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah. I like it. I don't think we spend the money on safety. I think they'd rather have a best type of plan that they can get as a backup for Brees. I think.
I just feel like RB you couldn't address in the draft. You don't think like in the 4th round or so? Rather than safety, I could see for sure.
We got the young back that we took in the later round in Izzy, right? And he looked okay in the preseason last year. I'm not okay if Izzy has to be the starter. I'm not okay if Brees misses the game for the concussion for a week or something like that now, because now everyone gets hit in the head. They're out at least a week, if not 2. Things have changed in the NFL. I'm not okay with Izzy being the guy. I mean, I'd feel better with Rodgers obviously playing quarterback, with that situation to help him. But I don't.
You'd rather pick up a vet than pick up something in the draft as somebody that we're going to have as a backup
even if it's a
fill in.
Kyle Edwards-Helaire, somebody who's shown they've taken the bulk of the carries, and you can lean on them, even if you don't want to lean on them all the time.
Yeah.
Right. I got you.
It's why I'm big on Zeke, on having like a Zeke or having even a J.K. Dobbins. I think that dude has something to prove, man. Like I want.
Didn't he?
I think he has something to prove, but we are injury prone. I'm not a big fan of the Dobbins thing just because we can't keep anybody healthy yet. Like once we prove that we can keep people healthy, then maybe let's bring in somebody like that. But like I'd much rather like the Zeke thing, like you said. Let's do Zeke.
I have never liked Zeke.
Me neither.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because we are an all-in team. And just to be able to potentially bust Cowboys fans that we won it with Tyron Smith and Zeke, two guys that you loved and you couldn't, that would be the cherry on top. We won the Super Bowl. Oh, wait, and we get to make fun of Cowboys fans forever? Oh, that's awesome.
And
hey Johnny, though, but like I get the Dobbins thing. Like he definitely has something to prove. But let's go back to you on like why you think Dobbins. You know, like I'm interested. I'm not trying to cut you out.
I just think the whole connection that he has with A-Rod on what they've done together, being there. I mean, anybody that's ever been injured, when you got somebody that's going through the same crap that you're going through and you built that bond with them, you're going to want to go that extra mile for that person. Having a guy in the trenches like that and somebody like J.K. Dobbins that has a lot of, I feel like has more of an upside, right, than any of the free agents that are out there right now that are vet running backs. That dude is a home run hitter, bro. He could take one down super, super easy too. And he's in between the numbers, bro. Like he doesn't go down easily. So why not? Right. I just don't want to beat up in the very beginning of the year and beat up Brees. So then when it comes time for the playoffs, right, he's kind of ran down at that point. I mean, there's going to be Nixon. So why not bring a vet that you could go ahead and do that? Does that make sense on what I'm trying to say? I mean, it
totally does, man. But still the same like issue is like, well, shoot, we're gonna bring him in when Brees goes down, or like to keep him from Brees getting hurt. But like, how soon does he get hurt again?
I can't.
And like, that's the scary thing as a Jets fan, man. We do nothing but get hurt, and it's like shit. Like, I think Dobbins, like if he could stay healthy and he could do that thing, like you said, with, you know, like I'm going to prove myself this year. And, you know, I got Aaron Rodgers here with me, helping me with my health. I would love it. I'm just too scared to pull the trigger on that. Like, and that doesn't mean that all Jets fans wouldn't. For me, it scares the crap out of me to have a injury prone guy as our backup to the guy who just got hurt.
I can't do it, and here's why. He couldn't make it to the start of the regular season, and then he couldn't make it to Rosh Hashanah. Like I can't. I know he's young, but some guys are just not built to withstand the rigors of being a running back in the NFL. Like if we're not re-signing Becton, if we're not, I don't know. I can't. I can see.
To be honest with you, I can see us end up with Becton.
I can't bring him in as RB2, miss out on the other options, and now we're searching for someone else come October because he got hurt on his limited carries, right?
Yeah.
Like I would rather go with someone who's been healthy, you know, and then hasn't suffered those horrific injuries. You know, and a running back coming off of Achilles, like it's not like Rodgers just trying to stand there and throw. That agility for a running back is a lot different, man.
And we ain't that team that keeps people healthy. Like, I was wondering if we've addressed our health staff on like, hey, like you guys don't keep people healthy, you're gone this year. Like we done with this shit.
You watch the shows a lot. I was saying that in October, like day one, Black Monday. I want all of the strength and conditioning staff fired. I want them gone.
Right?
Like, what
But
are you
we
doing?
haven't done any of
Everyone's
that.
getting hurt. 2 years in a row. You fired my ex-wife, my kid's mom, her cousin Joe Giacobbe he graduated from Rutgers, was on the Rutgers team that beat Louisville in 06. He was on the staff. You got rid of them, Salah, when you came in to bring in these sports science guys. And I feel like I'm watching Sid the Science Kid. Like these guys can't do basic science because everybody's getting hurt.
Yeah. And so like, and the funny thing is, I don't unless you've heard any different, I don't feel like we've addressed that at all. I don't think anybody said anything about our health staff being changed, or they're talking to our health staff about how they need to change things, or like nothing. Like I've heard nothing on that. So until then, like, yeah, I hope we can get as many healthy people in here as possible, because I'm not banking on our health staff to keep them healthy. I'm banking on the fact that they've been healthy for 10 years, or they've been healthy for 12 years, or whatever. They haven't missed a game. Like that's the kind of stuff that like kind of like builds my confidence in players that we should pick up. Like Hassan Reddick. That guy ain't missed a game in I don't know how many years.
Oh, whoa.
Dude's a beast.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Am I wrong?
Would because he's with
No,
the Jets.
no, you're right. I just to put that out to the universe, it's like, oh no. Well, watch what the Jets can do. He's never missed a game. You're a Jet.
Okay. No, yeah, but I totally get that. But in general, like that's the kind of people we need to start bringing in right now, because we don't know what's going on. We don't know how, like, because nothing's been brought up about our health staff being bad. Nothing's been changed. And we've had like the most injuries. Well, maybe not the most, but at least top 3 in the league over the last like fucking 4 or 5 years, dude. And it's gotten to the point where it's like, I don't know how you can bring in injury prone players. I love the Tyron Smith and I love the Morgan Moses, but at the same time, I don't feel confident. And I feel like, Johnny, you don't feel confident either if we're trying to get O-line all day long in the draft. So it's like, and then we're going to bring in a running back who has the same issues. Like, I love the guy. I think, yeah, eventually he could become something, but I don't want him as our backup when we, all we have is Brees. It's like, all right, we're going to bring in this guy. He's going to come in for like 2 games, and then he's going to get hurt. And then we're going to have,
Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
Is ripping you, bro, right now. Everything is like great.
They're ripping me.
Yeah,
that's all right. It's all right, man. I love all you guys, Jets fans. I don't care. It's all good.
Awesome.
We're all a family, man. And if you didn't care, then you wouldn't rip me.
True.
What's up, Kelly? Haven't seen you in a long time. Hope you're doing well. As you can see, Jets Chaos. I've grown in a beard. I'm younger looking. I'm handsome. No glasses anymore. I'm not flailing my arms up over my head like a big goofball.
You are handsome as hell. I'll tell you that much.
Go on. That's where you do
Johnny,
the whole
your turn.
You're a very smart man with perfect eyesight.
I have a nice personality.
Yeah.
What I'm told.
Hey, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm sure some of the fans would like that, but I just want to say I love all you guys. You guys are great, and have a good night.
Sean, you're my bro. Sean, you're my bro.
You too. All you guys are family to me.
All right, buddy.
Be good, Sean.
Take care, man. Good night, brother.
Later.
And little show announcement. Jeremy's back.
Oh, you're doing the good thing.
Hey, did you see what Snowball put up there about the trading forward to get Neighbors or trading the 10 to get Devontae? Would you throw that? I'm kind of on the same boat with you, Nick, on what you were saying last time.
Neighbors.
Yeah, exactly.
Neighbors. I'm not trading for 34-year-old. If I'm going to make a move like that, I want a guy that we could team with Wilson for a decade, not for 10 weeks. Or, I want that to be the Chase Higgins. I want that to be Hill, Waddle. I want that to be Puka and Cup. I want that to be the tandem that are Addison and Jefferson. I want that to be the two that everyone looks at for the next couple of years. Like, how the hell are we going to cover these guys? It's nothing against Devontae, but at 34, no, and not at 24 million. I'd rather have the young kid. I'd rather have the kid on the come up, because if you're going to make a move like that, make it a long-term investment. And you won't need to give up 10. You won't need to give up 10. If Adams says he wants, I think the Adams thing is done, to be honest with you. I don't think they can take that contract on with everything else that they've done so far. So I don't think that's happening this season. Things go horrible, 3-14 with the Raiders. Yes, I could possibly see it next year if it's like the end of the deal and like he just wants out and demands out. Mike Williams will be gone. It's a 1-year deal for Mike, then maybe. But I think that, and you guys know, I was big on that. I was talking about Devontae early on. I was big on it.
Imagine if we go and say, all in, for real, all in, and we go and try to get Marvin Harrison. Oof.
You get either one of those guys, or even if you get Odunze, if you move up to 7 with Tennessee, because Tennessee knows they can move back and get a lineman at 10, right?
Yeah.
If Odunze is still there, if 4 quarterbacks go, and 2 receivers and somebody else go, and Odunze is somehow there, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with creating the best possible offense.
And Nick, as someone that watches the Bulldogs like that, because I know you're a fan as well, bro, tell everybody about Ladd McConkey, man. Everything he was doing over there in Georgia.
If we were to trade back and get a 2, I don't think McConkey makes it that far, because I think what he does in the slot it would be really helpful to a playoff caliber team. And I think he could be one of those surprise late first round picks, because the talent or the paper doesn't justify it with what teams usually look for, right? With like a first round wide receiver. I just think the guy is a guy who can go in, step onto a winning team, and give them a piece that they've been missing. He is a smart player. He's a shifty player. He knows how to beat zones. He knows how to. He's not afraid to go over the middle, even though he's not the biggest guy. I think the world of him. I really do. And if we had a 2, I would love that kid there.
He's very Wayne Crebetti to me.
Dude, bro. Mr. Third down.
Yeah. I could see San Francisco grabbing him and becoming a lot better with that as a weapon added to that team. I could see Kansas City wanting a piece of him, for Mahomes to have his third down guy. Like, he definitely can go on to those good teams and be a nice little piece for a lot of teams.
Oh, we might have to do another watch party in a bit. Houston's best player went down. Duke is only up 1, but I got Houston laying 4.5. And then I need 30 more points in the Creighton, Tennessee game.
And where is that game? Is it the first half, I would hope?
No, they're both second. You and your West Coast time. It's early still. Bro, it's 11:42 here. They're the second game.
I'm just saying, in the game, it's going to be hard to get that many more points if you're already in the second half, right?
Devontae's 31. I thought he was older. All right, I stand corrected. I see the chat saying. I thought Devontae. Oh, he is 31.
He's 31.
Yeah, but still,
the Raiders aren't budging from him.
No, he was one of the vocal ones that wanted Pierce. Like, it's not like they're offering to trade him. He was vocal and went to ownership about who to be the head coach.
Whatever happened to 49ers chaos? I shot him.
Hey, dude, the chat.
He did. That was a weird moment in the chaotic timeline.
You know what it was? They have one content provider. So
Really?
I just thought golden opportunity. Because we have freaking 20 Jets content providers. They have none. When you type it in, it's one guy who shows up all the time. There's no big guys there. So I just thought if I just stick at it and keep making 49er videos, I'm going to be like the freaking Matt O'Leary of the freaking 49ers. But then I would have to stop doing the Jet videos because I just didn't have the energy at the time.
I mean, now that you put it that way, you should capitalize on the market.
Yeah, but Californians don't know about super chats or anything like that, bro. They throw weddings out here, and it's pay bar. Like you go to weddings here, and you have to go to the bar and pay for your drinks.
Really?
Like, it's not New York here, dude. There's no.
I don't even drink
hour.
anymore, and I would bitch about that.
There's no cocktail hour. There's just like someone, like you go to a wedding here and they just have they had a catering company, like a Mexican restaurant come, and there's enchiladas and some tacos, and that's what the food is. And you know what I mean? And it's like a pay bar, and there's just a
Are you serious?
I'm totally serious. Well, I had people come to my wedding from here, from the Bay Area, from California, and they thought I spent $200,000 on my wedding. They're like, I never saw anything like it. There was a giant freaking cocktail hour, and people were passing around hors d'oeuvres. And then after all that food, you had to sit down, and there was a bar and drinks, and then there was a giant dessert table and a chocolate fountain. They were like, they never seen anything like it in their lives. And it was like
the groom came in a white jacket. He left in a brown one because he bathed in the chocolate.
And it wasn't even an expensive wedding because I did Sunday. It was a Sunday day wedding, and it was both the cocktail hour and the dinner was buffet. So it was like it wasn't even that I went that crazy. It was just, and it was a place in Long Island, so it wasn't like in the city. It was out in Long Island in Massapequa, but they never seen anything like it in their lives. They were just totally blown away.
Hey, Nick, I never knew what you were talking about when you say that Chaos does the stuff with his arms and everything. And I literally just saw it, and I started busting laughing right now.
I caught a little bit of your show last night, right before the Carolina game started, and Green Bean mentioned what you do with the jersey. That's my boy, and I'm laughing. I was like, I love that. That's my favorite thing that he does during a live stream. That and he claps like a seal over his head. He does this weird freaking pumps his arms and then claps behind his head at times. I don't even think he realizes he does it. Oh man, that's not good if Houston's not making a free throw. They're down 2 with 5 left.
Hey, Snowball asked where in Massapequa, because he grew up in Massapequa. Chaos.
Dude, I'm not gonna. Oh my God, my wife is probably not in the chat anymore. What was the name of that freaking place? The Hudson? No,
the Dirty Courtesy.
No, it was a place out by, there was water, so it was out by a bay. There was actually water because you could go out.
Manor East. Snowball saying Manor East.
No, but there was an outside water area where there was water, a big outside area, and
by Massapequa.
We got married outside of the place. We got married there, but there was an outside area. There was a porch, a deck for the cocktail hour.
Jones
What was
Beach.
the name of the place I got married? Holy shit! I text my wife. Can't believe
No, you cannot text her that.
She knows I'm a
What do you,
freaking
do you
idiot.
want to start a fight?
She
What the hell's
knows.
wrong with
She knows I'm an idiot when it comes to this stuff.
She knows what she got into.
Hey, Chaos, just ask her that Johnny asked for.
Yeah, also John. I can't believe I can't remember the name.
Oh no!
I can't believe I can't remember the name.
Yeah, James, thanks for letting me remember that loss today with the Mets.
I left you alone. I didn't even mention the hat.
Oh,
I'll tell you what, Snowball. I didn't get lost. I found my way to the wedding, though.
Your brothers probably got you there. Let's be realistic. Your Matt made that happen.
The parking lot was a lot less crowded. So,
James, a good comment. She knows he doesn't care about the match. That's a funny comment, but I do not agree with that statement. She knows he's a schmuck.
It was my second wedding. I was just like, come on, man, I got to do this shit again. It's like,
that's horrible.
No,
I'll
I mean,
never-
I was just like, come on, let's just start our lives.
you were just eager to get married. I get
You
it.
know,
Yeah.
She got the great she got the great honeymoon. Not that it wasn't a great wedding; it was a New York wedding, so it was the full to do. All of our California friends were like freaking blown away, but she got a very nice honeymoon. Like I used all my points because I used to travel in Thai tech, so I used all my points and got us like Marriott, like the nice ones, like in Dublin and in Prague. So we went to Dublin, Ireland for a week, and then went to Prague in the Czech Republic.
That's
Stayed
awesome.
in Marriott's. Yeah, I mean, it was like we did it. It was very nice.
Yeah, I gotta
He's saying, who did she go with?
Yeah, Scott. Snowball gifted membership, and Jake couldn't believe the algorithm ignores me.
Is it the Meridian? No, it wasn't the Meridian.
Where's that? Roger, give me more info with that.
God, we're so close to hitting 200 people. Nobody leave. Don't anybody leave.
Don't leave.
Everybody stay here until enough people wander in that it hits 200. Please. Nick, take your shirt off. Something. Somebody do something.
Johnny, change your hat. That's what's making people leave.
That's what made people come in.
Yeah. You've changed your hat back and forth, then more hits than the Mets got.
Bro, I was so bad, dude. The highlight of the game, the freaking benches cleared because Dude wanted to take out McNeil on second base today. Dude spiked him, bro. It was crazy.
This new generation of, oh my God, I want to stop. Totally unrelated to what I said about the Mets. The Yankees are 2-0, and it looks like they're finally finding out a way to beat Houston. So that's fun. Houston's had our number for a while. Hey, Kelly, take care. Thanks for popping in.
No, she can't leave. It's gonna go down. Hey, did you guys know? Did you guys know that? I found this out the other day actually. That Scott knows how to play a really good rusty trombone.
I heard that.
Did you know that, Chaos?
I did not know that.
Yeah,
he blows the trumpet very well.
Yeah, that too.
He's musically inclined. He's gifted with the rusty trombone.
Uh-huh.
I got to tell you. All right, can I tell a quick story, Jack?
If Denmark Andy was to drop in right now, that would get me over 200.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord, that would be great.
I know.
I would like have fun with him too.
So I had a 3-hour delay in Washington today, and I walk out in front of the White House, and I'm over by Lafayette Square, and I just didn't expect the spectacle that I saw. There's one of the guys with a table set up to collect money, playing like the electric slide and doing everything, and people are like dancing with him in the middle of the show. Like, what the hell did I just walk into? There's people with Jewish flag like standing there, the Israeli flag. There's other flags across the street on the other side of the fence. Like I'm like, oh man, if a riot starts, I'm gonna get on the news. Like this is gonna be great. I'll be the on-site like reporter of everything that happened. And I couldn't believe like the spectacle. I didn't expect that. I get it though. Whenever there's a tourist area, you try to give people the experience and make money. So I just didn't expect that in the crowd. Like that would have not been on my checklist.
Crazy.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Italy Jet is here in the house. We got 196. We're pushing for 200. Don't anybody leave. Don't anybody leave. Assist by suicide. That's a messed up name, man. But he's been here before because he knows Andy the Snowman.
He hasn't been successful. He hasn't been successful.
198. We need 2 more people. Come on, get into 200. Set a record for me right now. Let's hit 200 in the chat. 200 in the stream at least.
If we get 200, I'll take the shirt off and start throwing it like a helicopter.
No, don't you? I tell him you don't take the shirt off unless you hit a dollar amount. You don't do that for views. You do that for cash. You do that for the green.
Get a little bit of some gabagool.
What's weird is it's only 31, it's only 31 people on YouTube, so it must be a lot of people on Twitter are watching, which means they cannot contribute in the chat. They got to go to YouTube Jets Chaos if they want to contribute in the chat.
Hey, we need some so Chaos could take his shirt off. Make it happen, chat.
Oh, we're at 199. We need one more. Can we do it?
Somebody
do it. It'd be funny if we don't at 199, but it's not a YouTube thing, so it's different. But it's still 200 sets of eyes watching us. I guess putting ourselves on Twitter was a good idea. What do you think? Yep, 200.
You're welcome.
Off.
202.
202. Wow, now we're taking off like a
Oh,
rocket.
I opened up my phone and the YouTube on the TV on the computer here to help you.
203. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, now I have to do my Dick Vitale. Slam Bam Jam, baby. You gotta love college basketball, baby. We got Midnight Madness, baby.
What does he say? Used to say to Dandy, "He's my top
diaper dandy.
It's my diaper dandy, baby.
He's a freshman, baby. He's a diaper dandy.
UNC, baby. They got Wallace. He's a diaper dandy, baby. Rasheed Wallace.
This couch is crazy. I sat on this couch and like my ass is on the ground. How old this couch is? It's like in the kids' lounge in the garage.
Oh, Snowball.
Midnight Madness, baby. You make the shot from half court. I'll buy the Bucks, baby.
Creighton cut it to 4. So, man, Duke is gonna fuck me. Of course, Duke is gonna fuck me.
Snowball said he has no pants on. I don't know what's going on.
No pants on?
No. He said in Spanish, no pantalones.
Oh my God. He said it in Spanish. He knew that you could speak.
Oh
man, I speak it really well too.
So can you see the chat like in Twitter? Is there a chat with anyone like commenting on Twitter?
I have no idea. I can't even get to it. It's I'm like in here trying to find it. Like, let me go to my profile.
Yeah,
like, I don't see the feed. Well, it says live, so open live video. Here we go. Well, there it is. Yeah, there's like 170 people in here on Twitter.
But no commentary, huh?
Yeah, it's weird.
We appreciate
hearts. I see hearts. Hearts are popping out, like these little purple hearts. So that's cool. All right. Well, hey, man. New venue. I guess we're gonna have to put ourselves out there on Twitter more. So Nick is getting an idea, like his head is getting all filled with, I need to share my videos to my
I was
Twitter.
gonna do it the other day. I was gonna add it, but since we're we're married on YouTube and StreamYard, I didn't want to add mine before you added yours. So well, that's what she said. I'll try to do it now that you're hooked up. And if it tells me you can't add another one, then at least you're locked in. Billy SBC coming in. Swapping Huff for Reddick seems like a good trade. Jets save $2.5 million. They can use to sign McGovern. Yeah, I'm curious to see what the new contract comes in at, Billy. It's going to be, I think, a very good team-friendly deal. I think you might see 3 years, guaranteed money, maybe just in the first 2. But I like the guy. And, I mean, he's going from a defensive line similar to ours in terms of rotation, in terms of fresh bodies coming in terms of you had Fletcher Cox in the middle, and now you got Davis and the other guy from Georgia, Johnny, I'm forgetting. Who's the other guy? Carter?
Yeah.
Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. You got good pressure up the middle there, so Reddick's been able to feast on the outside. You should have good pressure here with Quinnen, JFM, Solomon Thomas. You know, if Solomon Thomas and Kinlaw, if Thomas gives us what he gave us last year, I'm happy with that, right?
Agreed.
If Kinlaw and Thomas can combine for 8 to 10 sacks, I think that's really, really good. Like Jefferson had 6 last year. Thomas maybe only had 1 or 2. If we can get like a 6 and a 4 from those 2 guys, I think that's really, really good sign. And with JJ, Reddick, Will McDonald coming along the outside, Quinnen, it should open up that DT2 to a lot of opportunities to beat the weaker guard. And JFM also in there, you know. I really like what Joe's done. Obviously, we got to see it come together on the field, but I'm really, really impressed with the amount of guys who can be serious contributors and are all capable of changing a game with the lack of funds that we had going in. This is really remarkable. I never expected this. I never, ever expected this type of talent to come in.
It's crazy. This has been a crazy offseason, man. I knew it was going to be – I knew things were going to get better. Like, I knew it could only get better. Everybody was so down after the season. And I said, wait till we start bringing in some guys. It'll be better. But I didn't know this, man. Boom, boom, boom. 3 offensive linemen. Boom, Mike Williams. Boom, Reddick. I mean, this is what? This is wild.
Yeah, it's when's the last time we've had this much talent on the team? I mean, I can't even think of it, you know?
Never.
Unbelievable.
We've had good defenses. We've had good offenses. We've never had this much talent. I'm 45. In my life, I've never seen this much talent. And I still think you're going to see a running back 2 signed. I still think and hope Ashton Davis comes back. Maybe a Connor McGovern like last year. Do it a post-draft. If you don't get another interior lineman, you could fall back on McGovern. So I think I really like this team if they're healthy. It just comes down to that with us, right? We won 7 games the last 2 years with the worst quarterback playing football and the most offensive linemen used. I know if someone was in the chat right now, they would scream and cry and tell me I should be ashamed of myself for saying that. But there's no reason that this team, if healthy, shouldn't be in contention. Obviously, you play the games, the referee calls, all that stuff that goes into it. But Johnny, I'm really telling you, man, I think we have everything we need right now before the draft, if healthy, to be one of the teams that can hold up the trophy at the end.
Agreed 100% with you, man. It's why I'm so excited for this draft, because we could literally go up, down, left, right, and I feel like there's not going to be any bad moves. Like, even if, and I'm just throwing this out there, you know, because you and I were kind of one of the ones that were saying, don't be surprised if it is a freaking defensive player, right? and they still go that way. I mean,
I can't see it in round one right now.
I mean,
I can't. And you know me, I'm always saying defense is in play with this coaching staff and this GM. Who you gonna get rid of? Like, let's go. Let's do the numbers game. You got Quinnen, you got Solomon Thomas, you got JFM, Lotu, who was it?
Say his name, bro.
The kid from Arizona.
Yeah.
Fatu,
that guy.
Right now, you got Reddick, you got Michael Clemens still, you got JJ, you got McDonald. Who am I missing?
Kinlaw.
That's 9. Yeah, that's 9. And I think I'm missing. Oh, we signed Holmes. We have Tanzel Smart. We have other guys. Loki Fatu. Thank you, Snowball. So
I get what I'm trying to say is that I feel like JD, no matter what he does, it's the right move. And I think he's done more than enough to put us in a position that we need to continue to keep trusting what that man's doing. Dude's a freaking saint for me right now, man. So I'm excited, man. I still think we should go offensive tackle though. Like, just build that damn wall as long as we can, man.
I'll say this. After this move, I don't care if it's receiver. I don't care if it's offensive line. But the first 2 picks should be those 2, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Now, they might have other moves they make before then, and that can change from now and, in the next 27 days, right? It's Friday night, 27 days to the draft. A lot can happen. So it's going to be interesting. I never thought he would do all this, Johnny. Guys, I never thought he would do all this. Like, we knew what we needed. We needed another weapon. Got one. We needed 3 starters on the offensive line. I don't think any of us fathomed it would be to this level.
Do you think there was some kind of conversation that might have been talked with Aaron and the brass and everything? It was like, look, I'm giving 2-3 years, load up as much as you can right now. I gave up all this money for us to bring the ship.
I don't think that had to be a conversation. I think everyone involved in the organization knows it's a short window. And you heard Woody say at the end of the year that we're going to offense. We're going to go all in. We're going to give you the best product that we can.
Agreed.
So,
I mean, even with these guys, when they had the owners meeting, like, this was the first time I've seen freaking Saleh go ahead and say, I sucked, JD sucked, we sucked, this person sucked. He took some accountability for some of the stuff that he did, man. And that was the first time he's seeing him ever do something. He's normally like, hey, we just got to be better. We got to do this, or we looked good in practice, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know, man. Gosh, I can't wait for football to come back, man.
Houston's possession, 8 seconds left. They're down 3.
Rex Hogan was the boat anchor. Could be, man. Maybe Snowball. I mean, could be something there. What do you think?
On the bed. I was up at 4:45. I got to that school today, and then they gave me that info, and then I take the bus ride home. I napped for like an hour. Oh, dude, when I came through the Baltimore tunnel, I looked to the right, and you still see the ship just sitting there.
Dude, that's so sad, bro. They're still finding people.
Yeah, it's a shame, man.
Yeah.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. I think Duke won. They didn't change it. Missed the 3-point shot at the buzzer. Duke wins. figured it'd be Duke to fuck up my bet.
Oh man, dude, I had so much stuff lined up too to go do stuff to show you around.
I know. Trust me.
Which means I got to come back to Jersey or NY.
Yeah, we should do a get together for a game. You know, I know the big guys will do one, but I wouldn't mind doing one myself.
Dano keeps saying, let's go meet in Pittsburgh.
I went to Pittsburgh once. If I'm going to travel for a game, I want to go somewhere I haven't been. I went there for the AFC Championship. I hated it. I mean, I saw 10,000 of the same guy. They were 6'3" with a shaved head and a goatee, and they looked like they just curled trees all day. And all of them, each and every single one of them, had a Ben Roethlisberger jersey on, and their girlfriends were 4'10", 300 pounds with a perm and like facial hair. Like that was every single couple I saw in Pittsburgh at that game. Now, I'm not saying everyone in Pittsburgh's like that. I'm just saying the people that I saw were.
So no wonder Dane looks like that.
Yeah, there was so many duplicates there. It was crazy.
Are you calling it a night, or we're still going at it?
I'm close. I'm really, really close. Like I'm gonna tip over and fall asleep.
I wonder how many views you'll get if people just watch you go to sleep.
If Jeremy don't come back, we're gonna find out.
Jeremy, yeah, he did peace out real quick, didn't he? I didn't even realize that.
So the game that I would love to make.
You can end it. It's okay. Gotta go.
Where the hell are you?
He just had
it's a crazy angle. It looked like he like paratrooped down from the ceiling. All right. Well, Johnny, thank you for joining as always. You know,
Broham. We'll talk,
you're the man. Yeah, we'll talk. Everyone in the chat, thank you for watching on Twitter. Dane, I'm going to bed, man. I'm going to bed. And Jeremy just said he's got to check out himself. So old school, 3-hour show on a Friday night. I like it.
Hey, Nick, keep your head up, Broham. Another door will open. If not,
yeah, I'm not stressing it. I'm not letting it bother me. I'm not letting it bring me down. I'm not. Whatever happens, happens.
If not, you could join Scott's band and play the shrimping trombone.
I have no musical talent. I could freestyle. I can sing. I can rap. I could freestyle, and I could freestyle and put it into the rhythm of any song ever, and just do it off the top of my head. It's one of my wild, useless talents.
Never know, bro.
So,
all right, bro.
All right, guys. Good night, everybody. Check out for my channel tomorrow if you haven't already. Please subscribe. Proud New York Jets fans. New York Jet fan. I changed it. I'm solo on that channel. The guy who joined it with me no longer. Jimmy, Jets by Jimmy. He's no longer in the YouTube game. So I got the blessing, and now it's my channel solely. So I changed that to New York Jet fan, just me. Check it out. I'll probably be on tomorrow at some time. I know Sunday's Easter, but Sunday night, usually Easter's just morning for the kids. People go to church, celebrate, and I might be on at night, but I'm not sure where I'm going to be right now. Life is throwing me some shit again. So, yay. But, all right, everyone. Good night. Thanks for supporting Jeremy's channel. You guys are great. Make sure you give it a like. If you're first time here, subscribe. And have a good night.
Deuces.
Peace. All right, now that Johnny's gone, we're going to go on for like another hour. Good night, everybody.